Love, my audio is clear? Love. Hello, Love.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, you are co-host, so you can admit. ठीक है, can I make you host?
Yeah.
Okay, तो host मैं कर सकता हूँ. Hello, Love.
Yeah.
मैं तुझे co-host बनाता हूँ. You can admit any. Okay, or you can make co-host to Nilesh also.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, and you are live on. You are live.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Sir. Can I leave? Love.
Yeah.
Okay, I am leaving.
और कोई नहीं आ रहा है इसमें? अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा। हाँ अभी खुल गया। हाँ
take examples of the greatest inventors in earlier days as well as the modern times, right? Including tech entrepreneurs like Elon Musk, they all talk about the fundamental principle. And that's something that I rely on. Guys who are working with me, they get a lot of lecture and thing about that. Right? Whatever you're doing, go to the fundamentals of that, first principle policy, understand it, and build it on top. Right? Even if you're doing a normal accounting practice, ask the question whether this particular way of accounting is the best way to do it. Why I'm doing it. And then if it is already something really good and you don't see a flaw in it, carry on with it. There's no point in repeat. But when you ask that question why, you will get to invent things, you will get to improvise it, and whatever profession you are in, you do that, you will excel enormously. While you're in college, I would say the most important thing, right? Lab experiments, giving exams, marks, everything is understood. I would say the most important thing is to do projects. The more projects you do, the more you will get accustomed to how to deal with real life problems, how to deal with people. Right? I have seen brilliant guys failing because they just don't know how to project their ideas and how to deal with people. They don't know how to put things together. Right? And that's what we teach you in projects. Right? We have brilliant teachers, we have brilliant professors, they will give you the fundamentals, they will give you the help required. But unless you decide to do the number of projects or to do stuff, I don't think so you will go there. So go back and think how many projects you have done so far. If not, think about it seriously. Next is internship. Right? At the end, all this knowledge that we are gathering in the universities. I'm sorry, guys. Last benchers. Yeah, I think. Last benchers you have. Hope you were able to hear me. Or if you were sitting there to avoid hearing, then you are confused. So, yeah, my point is project, and next important thing is internship. कोई आपको आपकी दिए नहीं internship या आपकी दिए करो. Neither you should sit back and expect कि professors को help करेंगे. College में system नहीं है internship. Right? It's not happening, and it doesn't happen anywhere. Right? I have friends, I have done courses in IIT, and I'm very well connected to there. Even वहाँ पे no one comes and gives you internship or projects in IIT. Right? You have the guys have to have that fire in your belly to go ahead and look for it and do it. And I tell you, if you start looking for it, there are multiple opportunities. Okay. So one of the most important things that you can develop skill set within you is by doing internship, because that clearly gives you insight as an industry as a company. If you are interested in teaching, go and teach somebody. Right? If you are interested in research, go and don't worry about the money at this point of time. Right? Go and do research. I'm telling you, money will come. Right? You just need to have that faith in what you're doing. And I have not seen anyone pay for money if they have followed this process. Okay? So go and do internship, have that fire. बेशर्म बनो, जाके नॉक करो, इंटर्नशिप चाहिए. 10 जगह नॉक करोगे, एक जगह मिल जाएगा. Right? And people now even pay well for internship. Fair enough. So do that. So never miss an opportunity to internship. And last and final thing is be a student for life. Right? And it all starts with that why, the promote that I showed you. Why पूछो and continue to learn. Because the moment you stop learning, that's a piece of poem. basic analysis. That's it. Whatever you're doing, you become an actor, you become an author, become research, become that day, the day you take the office, but then it's the day you stop. Right? I still do courses. Post my master's, I've done courses that use me alumni status of various institutes. Right? I've done that. And I still continuously, you see, I have an app of daily in my book. Right? So the app of machine learning. I did a course on machine learning. So do that. Never stop learning. It's the most important. And if you do that right, there are lots and lots of opportunities out there for you, right? Especially you guys are in a very fortunate scenario. And during our time, still there was restrictions by process. If Infosys is hiring for science graduate, they need not even PE. They used to put Tech only without even understanding Tech or correct. Right? So that was the scenario when we passed up. But you guys are so fortunate now. There are organizations, right? I know organizations like Tesla, Microsoft, Google, TCS, today Infosys, Wipro, Mahindra has started that. They are where they don't look at your graduation, what kind of degree you have at all. Right? It is purely based on your skill set and your appetite to learn. So if you join as an intern or as early joining and so promising, you will be sitting as a senior engineer while other engineers qualified from IQAC, etc. Right? So you guys are very fortunate that the companies are opening up doors like that. They're not looking at whether you're Dept, MSc care, BSc care, BCom care. They don't look at. Right? In my company also, right? I have technical sales person who's a BCom. Right? When she joined, she was good at sales, but now she understands technicalities much better than some of my engineers. And her background is BCom. Right? So I'm firm opinion, and there are a lot of entrepreneurs there and a lot of leaders, business leaders there, who understand this concept very well, that it's all about how you can grasp things, your hunger to learn and your hunger to grow. It's nothing to do with what certificate you have here. Right? The certificate just helps you to have that 6 month advantage. Right? But moving here, as Elon Musk says, 8 months ago, and you will be able to today. There's so much technology, so much courses available free of cost. In 1 month, you will be able to master yourself in any field. And if you want to be a rocket expert, 8 months later, there's enough things YouTube available. You can go dedicate yourself, and you will have knowledge wise, you have experience. Right? And same if you talk to Linus and Kshitij, they work on variety kinds of things, right? And all they do is learn on the fly, right? So there is no just because they did MSc physics, physics का ये chapter का काम right? You have to what physics does is allows you to do that, right? So there's multiple jobs, right? These jobs pay very well. Entry level for the first 3 years, 4 years, I always say, don't look at it. It pays just to sustain you and sustain your immediate responsibility. Don't look at it. Join a place where you need to learn. Okay. But if you do that right and you go right, you will. I have a physics guy, so he's done physics from PhD. He is right now in this part of Tesla team developing design for a product that we're doing. And he's a physics guy. And his salary right now is in the range of 42, 45 lakhs per annum. Right? 8 years experience. Pass out. But that guy is brilliant. Right? can make it sit best of the engineers, best of the designers in the world. I have to constantly keep it away from the stuff. So it's not about so go just remove the thought process from your head. Six around now, just remove that thought process from your head. Just focus on your fundamentals in your physics. Have the attitude to ask why. My wife, she's also from National College Physics, and she is a finance expert analyst. She's working for bank. This is the subsidiary. So she is extremely well. She's doing extremely well in finance. But if you ask her, she will give you the same thing. And it all boils down to the fundamentals of physics that we need to learn math and stuff. So focus on that, and you will be able to do well in any of this field, right? The opportunities are wide. And then this particular quote was given by Stephen Hawking, but it's not a confirmed source. But something I totally believe on is physics really helps you to get good colleges, right? And he's talking more about the US thing, right? And it's a fact. If you have done your bachelor's or master's in physics, it's much easier to get into a college in the US than if you are an engineer. I mean, right? You get better scholarships too. And it gets, of course, gets you a good job because you have the right attitude, right, etc. And of course, we physicists have this air around us that we are brilliant. So, girls or guys, whoever you're attracting, always likes it. So, it will help you find your love. Right? So, have confidence in what you're doing. Keep the fundamentals right. Right? Keep doing projects. Be shameless, not those, get help, take internship, right? And just do it. So that's all I want to share. My whole agenda was to come and inspire you if you are having any doubts. A lot of you will be already very sure of those who have. And those who have any doubts or any concerns, please be confident that you are on the right path. Nothing to lose. It's only better. Okay. And yeah, if you want to be looking for internship, for internship position, please contact us and fix you with that. And if you want any kind of guidance or just something to talk to, feel free to contact me. All these guys also kind of season now with all the constant gap. They can express the same emotions. Thanks a lot for being patient listeners. And again, I'm very proud and thankful for listening.
Thanks, Pradeep. Before I ask my other two students and say a few words, I would like to share something which still is very fresh in my mind. Pradeep had done a project in MSc, and we just started MSc Part 2. That's the second year of MSc, and we had a workshop on the syllabus in the University of Mumbai. One of our colleagues said, "Why not take the project there so that the other teachers can have a look at it? Can you please tell your project?" And this is my
So yeah, so that particular project really helped, and I really thank Namrata for introducing us to that. And if the professors wouldn't have been serious about it, we would have slopped on that project also. And I don't know where I would have post that. I'm sure something good have happened, but whatever I have, the career path I have taken right now, I would say somewhere starting with that project, because that gave engineering stuff is something that I can do. And when you do good things, yeah, when you do when you do good things, you get recognized. Right? When you do good things, you get recognized. So it was a good project that we did. It was basically infrared based communication. So now if you think about it, it's pretty common, right? So just have to communicate between devices over RF, infrared range. So back then, using microcontrollers and doing that was not that common. People did. So that really helped us to understand the fundamentals at the same time get the exposure. So again, I would urge each one of you choose a project and just dedicate yourself to that. Do as many projects as possible. I'm sure faculty, the guidance that we have, National College, understand this very well.
The project was then, rather there were people from National Instruments there, and Dr. D.C. Kothari, who was his mentor later, okay, National Instruments saw the project. He started working with Dr. D.C. Kothari as an intern. He and Amin, his wife, again a student, both of them started working. They used to sit late evenings to do the project. I still remember till 7, 8, and up at night. So that is how it was, and that's where he landed up in National Instruments. I believe he's the first MSc physics student in National Instruments. He's the first MSc physics student which National Instruments took. Otherwise, it was all everything. So that is what was Pradeep's startup journey, and today he is a board company. So that's 18 years. He has 2 companies, 4 as a board member, and his wife's support. And I believe he'll do much more better. So very proud of him. And now he is doing MSc when Pradeep happened to be there. He was called for one of the project guidance, and that's where Pradeep met it. And they were picked up from college into his company, and they've been working. And Pradeep is being a guide. Many of the people who will be speaking to you have been guides to various projects in the department. And Linus and Kshitij were the last offline batch of MSc. So you'll now speak about your projects. Now, and let's just speak about your projects.
Even right, I'm audible. Am I now? So we are just passed out, freshly out, so we don't have much to share about but I'll tell my I don't want to do a faster. Was all great. Yes.
Who's that?
Bro, it's not faster.
Very good.
Just I like to answer. It's not faster. It's not my place to give you a क्या ना that level. अगर मैं बोलूँगा ना वो फालतू लगेगा. So basically, just one question: what do you become after doing engineering? Engineer? What do you become after doing CA? Alright. So basically, when you do this specialized courses, what happens is it opens a door to it. But when you do physics in general, as Pradeep rightly said, it builds an attitude. It builds an attitude to be curious. Most specialized fields open a door for you. Physics opens many doors. Okay, it's not one thing. You can do n number of things. The reason I did MSc was just like Pradeep. We wanted to become engineers. but then we messed up. So we didn't get to. But by the time I was in PhD, I realized engineers are also not doing it because we had friends. हम बात करते हैं, पता है. So when you do physics, just because you have that attitude, we are going to question every answer. If you realize it's very hard to survive in physics, but when you survive in physics and when you go out into the world, you are far better than most of the people out there. Okay, and about the project, this was Faltu again. So about the project, my project was I made two. So I made a robotic arm, which was muscle control. We had sensors that could sense the electronic pulses in the muscle. And the robotic arm, instead of a remote or being controlled by a program or anything, it would be controlled through a muscle trigger. The whole idea was to use it like an amputation. Like most of us, at least in India, when I was doing this project, my observation was that a lot of people who are amputees in India, everybody uses static amputees. Nobody uses robotic. Very few, very rare. Okay. One basic reason is the cost. It is not cost effective. Robotic things, robotic amputees are very, very expensive in India right now. I was trying to build something which I can give it out at a budget. Okay. And if I manage to build it in college, anyway, we are building on pocket money. That was the whole idea behind our project. And all we did was use the EMG sensors we used to get the pulses. We got the pulses in. We used our microcontrollers to process the signals, and then servo motors to manage the mechanical side of it. And that was it. And if I'm not wrong, we had presented this for our staff. Yeah, and we selected. And there's one thing I would.
Any question answers? Anyone has to ask? Anyone wants to ask anything, wants to clear any doubt? Yeah. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the question.
No, my question is, if you cannot give it,
Okay.
after passing out, I have to take it. As how to do. I'm thinking internship.
Okay.
Way to do.
Right.
I only want to see experience.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Question of that is, I should not get that out of my mind.
How to do internship?
No, not internship. It's on where to go. You see, if you are TCA, they were hiring based on that. Yeah. So they're not doing something that it's like.
Okay. You okay. So okay. So what you think is not exciting is a very exterior view of right? Yeah. So you will not know about a particular unless you do it, right? And almost all the starting jobs are time pass, are new. So don't think about that you will go the first day and building a electric vehicle car, the powertrain of electric vehicle. It's not going to happen, right? No one is going to give you and trust you with that unless you put your money yourself and build one. So yeah, so you have to start. You have to start something always. So you have to decide, or you have to think what's your aptitude. For example, if you are into teaching, then go do an internship that's connected to teaching. If you are into research, okay, I'm very clear. I want to do research. That's fine. Go and do an internship that is into research. Might be the first 3 months or 6 months or so on, you will be given job to just search something on the web, find out. But it's very important to do that, right? It's very important to do that piece for you to build up on it. So don't look for I'm telling you, don't look for a job That's a very common mistake that everyone does. Don't look for an internship or a job that is at a level already, right? Because you will be, there's a more likelihood for you to be disappointed then, and you discontinue with that. Rather, start small, unless by the time you have reached TY BSc, you have already done like 25 projects, and most of the projects are like have won awards, and there are some new IPs, intellectual property. If you are, if you have been a student like that, yes, you will directly be hired into a project where it will be a high level project. But if you don't have that, you didn't have that exposure till now, for various reasons, सबके साथ होता है life में, right? तो अभी जो है, now what you can do is think whether it's software, it is electronics that you want to get into, whether it is analytics, data science, right? So data science is a big growing field where physics is like the base, math and physics, right? So decide any of this field, right? Jump into it, starting level, come through. Don't shy away from that. To do that right, you will see the results peaking. It's an exponential curve after a certain time. Initially, you will find that you get that escape velocity. Once you get that escape velocity, then it's an exponential curve that you see in your career growth. Most of the people don't work towards that escape velocity. They want to escape from the very first gate. And that's where it goes. I hope I answered.
One thing which I want to add here, next year, National College begins with MSc Data Science. BSc Physics students can also start. Beginning with MSc Data Science, we've already got our provisions, our LICs are getting into place. So a BSc Physics student can definitely apply not only into MSc Computer Science and MSc IT now, apart from MSc Physics with embedded that we have. We are also coming up with MSc Material Science in Physics and MSc Data Science. So I think we have a lot of opportunities in case you want to go ahead and do something towards the software or the hardware side or the material side.
Any other questions?
Any other questions? Anyone? Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good question, and I can hear you. So, machine learning is actually has been there for a long time. It's some process or something that was being done for a long time has been coined as machine learning now. Right? So the field of machine learning is all about working with algorithms. You will have certain set of data coming in. I'll give you a very good example of you have heard about automated driving, right? Full self-drive FSD, that, right? So what they do, the whole the data scientists out there, for example Tesla, what they do is they take out a vehicle, put cameras, lidar sensors, radars, etc., and they just keep driving and collect the data. So there's a cow that will come, a horse that will come, a dog that will come in between, a human being crossing, human being standing, bus. So all this data comes into picture, right? Now at the back end, there are two jobs that the machine learning does, right? One is there's a set of job which tags each of these articles. So this is a dog, understand. This is a cow, understand. This is a bus, this is a truck, understand. Right? So that job of classification and making is one set of job in machine learning. There's another set of job which is pure programmer job. Right? He then takes that understanding. What does it mean by a dog in digital form and put it into software? So there's another level of machine learning guys who are pure software programmers who will just take this input from these guys and convert it into software. And then there are math and physics PhD guys who sits at the back and understands how do you do this. It's called as vector space creation. So I have this individual data coming. How do I create the vector space automatically? How do I make my machine? So right now I'm doing it. There's another guy programming it in software, etc., etc. The job of this guy is to understand how can I automate this whole process. So then he sits and develops algorithm that gives the intelligence to the computers to make it to do these things automatically. So tomorrow there's a dinosaur crossing. He has not been, that machine has not been trained कि dinosaur ये होता है, अभी तो dinosaur देखा नहीं था. But that machine has been now given that intelligence using this algorithm. It will automatically be able to identify as a dinosaur, though it has not been trained. So these are the various things that happens in machine learning. This was just on an FSD, but the same thing is happening for automating industries, right? Test systems. So these guys develop on test systems. So automating that test system is nothing but you are making that machine, right, do things automatically and to some level learn. Okay, acha, aisa hua, to dekh ye kar. Then there are a lot of things like fuzzy logic and plan, right? So the future of it is enormous. There's nothing that's going to stop it, right? Because if you see vehicle, if you see space related stuff, if all this is already on machine learning, right? But now it's going to come into biology, right? People have started questioning or doing research. Why you need a doctor? बुखार है, blood में ये है, ये है, ये है. अच्छा, this is the classification of that disease. And अगर ये disease है, तो medication का course ये है, right? Why you need that doctor to come and measure your pulses? So if a machine can do that, can I inbuild that machine learning capability, right? So it's going to change the medical field completely, right? And so on and so forth, everything, right? Now, the base of that, whether it's in a field of biology, it's in a field of automotive, it's all about dealing with the algorithm. And who are well versed with dealing with algorithms? Physicists and mathematicians, right? So that's where the base is. And that's the reason don't keep your eye off it, right? I'll urge all of you, okay, you have a option of getting into a sales and other career, but don't take it because it was an easy goal for you to take that career, right? Please don't do that because I have seen multiple very bright, very brilliant students. अच्छा मेरे को अभी कुछ काम करने का है, it was easy, sales का ICICI का कार्ड बेचने को मिल रहा है, तो जाके बेचो मैं. Very easy thing to do, right? I'm not against it. If you have to do it, you have to do it, right? I understand that. But be that Besharam, go knock doors of the things that you want to do. If you want to be a software programmer, if you want to be a machine learner, go and knock people. आजकल तो बहुत easy है. LinkedIn में भेजो उसको continuous, right? 10 आदमियों को भेजो continuous की boss मेरे को है स्किल मेरे को लग रहा है, right? Be that Besharam, pursue what you want to do, right? Don't go and sell an ICICI card, credit card to people just because that was an easy route. The problem is you do that 3-5 years and you're completely off track, right? So the first 6 months, the first 1 year, please give that extra push. I always tell people, be that Besharam. Don't हिचकिचाहट नहीं होना चाहिए कि कैसे जाके मांगो. हाँ, चालू करो. Job चालू करो, right? Start, but if it is what you want to achieve, you will see the progress. Right? बाकी MBA ये वो सब तो बाद में भी कर सकते हैं. 3 साल 4 साल में if you understand the algorithm is not my cup of tea, okay, do MBA at that time, right? But try. I'm telling you, each one of you have the capability. Try and do things. Right? Be that patient. I answered that question. So skills required is your ability to learn and your ability to implement. That's it, right? There is no one software that you can say is machine learning. They say Python, but no. LabVIEW hai, people are programming using multiple languages. Programming is going to be a thing of past. Programming is going to be done by computers. Earlier days, typist हुआ करता था, right? आजकल there's a job called typist. नहीं, the computer started doing it, right? You just have to now dictate, and the computer will type. So even the last stenos were there with wakils, because wakils have to continuously dictate on फटाफट लेने का तो steno. अभी वकील भी stenos use करना बंद कर दिया. Why? Because Microsoft allows you to just talk and it types. Same is going to happen with programming also. So people who are aspiring to man, these are programming, it's not going to happen, right? Because another 3 years, 5 years, you will see programming being done automatically by computers. Right? Yeah, it's totally, you just put the process flow and the computer will decide what is the best language to use. Python chahiye ki Laravel chahiye ki C++ chahiye, and it will program it, and there will be one guy who will come and okay, cross verify, test it, go. Okay, so doesn't mean that you should not be a programmer, because it's a good first step. Be the programmer, get the domain expertise of whatever you're doing programming on, and grow from there. Right? A good example of my wife, she started as a programmer, right, in the financial sector. She was a C++ programmer and an Excel VBA programmer, not even, right, to do some financial analysis. There were financial experts, they will give her the problem and she will do it in the software. But from there, she got complete domain expertise on the financial, on derivatives, on stock market, right? She did a CQF. She went and did further studies. She did a CQF certification, right, which is a very tough certification. And then she got into completely finance domain, because now she is a complete analyst, right? So don't shy away from getting into something, because from there you can take on the next path that you like and pursue. Right? You got it? Any other questions? Yeah. Okay.
I will be some and that is what kind of thinking about
so I will not, okay, I will not be able to answer on the scope of the MSc, but I think so you should do a project that is within the scope of MSc. But my point was just do projects, right? I'll give you an example again, right? When I got into NI, right, the first 3 to 6 months, it's all about learning while doing. So there is no formal way of teaching. So the first project that I did, so I was asked about a project, and I was having the same, what project will I do? What will be relevant to you and all that. So my manager at that point of time said there was a mosquito going in the conference. So he's like, the most relevant thing is, I want to identify if there's a mosquito in the room at any point of time. Can you do that? Right? He's like, first put it on paper, how you will do it, and then you will realize it. I'll tell you the things that I learned in that project is amazing, right? Because I researched about camera, vision-based thing. I researched about laser-based thing. Finally, you will not believe, right? The method that we followed was just using pulses of air. So you just have some tubes, release pulses of air in a way that if there's any mosquito, it will come to a particular part of the room. And you just put a camera there and identify the mosquito. The thing is, that whole process of doing the project was more important than the final result. Because I got in-depth understanding about vision system. I got in-depth understanding of how laser details can be acquired and processed on a real-time basis, at a high rate, 1 megahertz rate. This was something that I didn't know. I've never studied in my business. But that project allowed me to build expertise in all that internal area. So it was as small as that. So there are, if you ask me for a list of projects, I have like 100. I can give you. I don't know what will be relevant to. If that's your criteria that has to be relevant to, then choose one that will be relevant. But there are multiple projects. Even if it is done, do it again. The guy who there was a quadcopter or drone that is already developed. If others would have given up, okay, abhi ye to ho gaya, main kya karega? Then the technology that we have in drone right now wouldn't have been possible. So even if it has been done, you see something in Google, go through it, right? You don't skip it. कि मैं ये वापस पूरा करूँगी. नहीं, go through it and then see how you can improvise it, how it can be brought to the next level. That is a project based. Right?
In order to get an idea of the first step to address a problem, necessity the mother if you can recognize a problem and if you think you can solve it, then that is good.
So there it is. We just give a problem. It's not a problem. We say do a project. I believe we have started this right from the first day. And the minute the students get the projects, mega kit and all those, those ready projects, that's where I am like, yeah, उसमें कुछ और add कर. The famous one I always say, the water tank above the building, and we need to just check the level of water. That was something which is done by class 100 electronics student, but then add more to it. Go to a certain point wherein you also look into many other parameters, and then you do quite a bit in the project. So that's about what I believe Pradeep is intending to say. We begin with a small idea
and build on it. Right? Otherwise,
and build.
Start somewhere, because otherwise it's always a problem that you don't start. And few years down the lane, you think Milan project is finished. But if you start somewhere.
हमारे सिलेबस में बीएससी के सिलेबस में प्रोजेक्ट नहीं है, तो मैम क्या प्रोजेक्ट? ये जब हम आविष्कार बोलते हैं, ये जो फिजिक्स डिपार्टमेंट आविष्कार में कुछ कर बोलता है, नॉट बिकॉज फिजिक्स को 100 आविष्कार प्रोजेक्ट्स की, बट कहाँ तुम सोच रहे हो? जब हम फेस्ट करते हैं, which Pradeep sir normally sponsors, so these my alumni, our alumni, have been always sponsoring. And why do they do it? Because we are allowing young minds to think. I believe that's why Pradeep is always there. Ma'am, what's new? Okay.
There are more bright minds to listen to.
For the next session, I would like to welcome our alumni, Mr. Kejariwal. He has completed his PhD in physics from Jagtiani College in 2005, and then pursued his MSc in physics, specializing in electronics and embedded systems from a very own institute. In the last 15 years, he has been working rigorously in the field of semiconductor, EV, and embedded home electronics. He has worked with companies which were then startups like Synopsys, iGate, known as Kejariwal, and is presently working with AMD in the area of chip development. So we request you to kindly present your
So thanks for the wonderful introduction. And so yesterday, 2 days back, when Namrata called me and said that, there is something, this synergy event is there, and I have to prepare something on the line. I was like, okay, where to start from? Like, physics is all around, right? So I just took up some slides. I mean, like, what I have gone through, like, what is the area that I am working on. But I have decided to deviate a bit, because before going into what I around there are 6 to 7 slides here that I'll browse through later. Basically, what I'd like to tell you is the experience that I had at National College and my physics journey. So I could completely resonate with what he had said. After 12, there is a big question mark. You don't do well in 12, probably इतना marks अच्छा नहीं आता है, तो क्या करना है? Even I tried for the IIT, couldn't clear. So it's like, ठीक है, BSc किया, BSc करेंगे. And the very first thing that BSc physics started I did it in Jain College. So the first thing is physics are particular to it is like the reasoning, the logical reasoning, basically. Why the thing happens, why the thing works the way. That is the thing that comes to your mind. And trust me, if you carry that question, if you ask that question at every point in your life, there is nothing which will, how do I put it? Nothing will stop you from, achieving what you want. So, my after completion of my post graduation, life was not easy because I had the same question that you asked. Physics के बाद क्या करना है? And that was around 2000, 2007, 2008 time frame. थोड़ा recession का time भी था, and I was not able to, get jobs. ऐसे situation भी था. But one thing is for sure, we did a project. I mean, like, I remember 2008 was the first batch. 2007 was the first batch when FPGS and CPL predecessors were introduced. And I remember me, Prathamesh, one of our speakers, and 2 other guys. We used to spend hours in college. सवेरे आते थे हम लोग 7 बजे आते थे, अब रात को 9 बजे निकलते. Namrata ma'am and Jagtiani sir. And they just gave a statement that तुमको project ढूंढना है. And it was a completely new technology, even for them. At that time, CPL, I don't think that was the first time that was introduced. Okay, so lot of things we tried. Basically, it was very new. And in that, many things didn't work, but the learning that came, that is what landed me in my course. Basically, एक और चीज होता है, parents भी जब आप physics करते हो, आपके friends होते हैं, there are many people who are in engineering stream, उनको Infosys में job मिल जाता है. They are in TCS, Infosys, they are getting good salaries. Your parents will ask, like, अरे आपको अभी तक job नहीं मिला है. There are no fight, there was no campus interview at that point. Okay, but trust me, I started my career with a startup, and that job, I got that job because of this project that I did. It was CPLDs, and I had interface some servo motors. One more thing, the thing is, like, all the instruments, all the electronic components that you have to buy. After the faculties are ensured that you yourself go to the market and buy. So that is when you get the exposure की कहाँ पे जाना है, कैसे लेना है components वगैरह, कैसे build करना है. These are all the things, real things that you learn when you are doing it. And this will, this experience will show when you do your job. And आप जब भी हर चीज के लिए question करते हो, why the thing is working the way it is, that is when you learn a lot. So I landed my first job in a startup company. And then उस टाइम पे एक और ये होता है ना, like IITians and all, IITians वगैरह काफी big shots है, उनको बड़े मिलता है, Intel, Google and all such kind of things. No, I never expect I would be one day working in AMD, and that too as a, right now I am working as a senior member of technical staff. So I never ever thought that I will be working one day in AMD. I was thinking like, पता नहीं हुआ तो ठीक है. For us, Pradeep was our, idol basically. We used to think Pradeep national instruments, yeah, ना तो होगा नहीं. National instruments में जाना यार वो तो बहुत बड़ी कंपनी, ठीक है. तो स्टार्टअप में मिला वही बहुत बड़ा हो. But slowly the point what I'm trying to make here is curiosity and learning. You should learn at each and every step. भले एक प्रोजेक्ट आपने किया हो, 10 जन ने किया हो, लेकिन आप जब करोगे ना तो एक लर्निंग होता है. Trust me, till take if I get a new microcontroller, the first thing that I do is try to think an idea, because इससे समझ में आता है वो कैसे चलेगा. So I have been doing firmware programming for quite some time. Then I joined Synopsys later, and I have worked on post silicon and pre silicon verification, as well as verifications in many of the test benches I have worked. So right now, and then a day came when I was working with IIT, and they are asking me like, yeah, आपने physics किया, and it's like, first of all for me it was like मैं IITs के साथ काम करूँ, it was a big thing for me when I was in Synopsys. People around me were IITs, and I was like, okay, मैं जो सोच रहा था ऐसे नहीं है. If you do the hard work, if you study, if you have the curiosity, and if you that reasoning and that logical skill, that is what takes you to where you want to. So I'm sure that is what Pradeep was also trying to tell. In the sense like, basically whatever project or whatever you focus on, try to understand the depth of what is going inside. How that microcontroller, or that microprocessor, or that particular stepper motor or DC motor, whatever you are using, how is it working? How the transistor is working? That is where you'll get that basic knowledge, because everything builds from small, छोटी चीजों से बनता है. Basically, then there are transistors, and group of transistors become some building blocks, and then on top of those building blocks you build some circuits, and then you build a large subsystem. See, many people look there aspiring to be a software programmer, but as Pradeep said, in next few years, programming has become so monotonous that, of course, you need some logic, but computers, there are systems that will auto-generate the code. But it's like, if you want to be that person who is building that software, which is trying to auto-generate the code, something that kind of an intelligent system, that is where you need that reasoning. Why I am doing it the way I am doing. And few more things that I would like to say before going into. So here what I have done is like, when I was working with my previous companies, basically I have worked on the semiconductor fabrication process. So there are many problems which are encountered during the fabrication, and these are open-ended problems. Many of them are still under the research a lot. So that I have tried to put and so that all these areas have some aspects of physics involved. So that I'll take you through. But before going into this, I just wanted to let you know that curiosity and the question that you ask, basically why you are doing it. I have many, I have interviewed many people work with me. So it's like boss ने बोला और मैंने कर दिया. That is not the thing. ठीक है वो करना है बराबर, but जहाँ पे आपको एक रीजन, आपका बॉस ने बोला नहीं सुना तो प्रॉब्लम भी हो सकता है, ऐसा नहीं है. But what I'm saying is like एक rational होता है. आप you know why you want to do it, why I'm doing it. So that is the thing which will take you, you know, there. So having said all this, let me go into this presentation. And yeah, so the first thing that came to my mind is let's start with a common example, basically the mobile phones that we use, and let me walk you through how physics is involved. So day in day out we have been using this mobile phone. So we have now audio, video, GPS, God knows what all sensors, cameras, everything is you know present in this device. So let's take a deeper into it, a bit deeper into it to understand what is going behind it, how physics is involved. So, you know, so at the heart of it is the microprocessor. So earlier, few years back, you know, there used to be lot of separate control units which used to work in synchronization to, to achieve some functionality. So now, over a period of time, people have started to embed all these things into a single unit, a single microprocessor. So people call it as a system on chip also. So how does all these different components which used to work together in as a separate module in conjunction with each other, of course, but how they are able to embed all those things inside just one whole unit. So this requires a lot of there was a lot of research done on it. So so basically what is inside it? So these are just merely switches, basically what we call as transistors. Okay. So lot of research. So it's a specialized this thing. MOSFET is the transistors that is being used nowadays. So the current thing is FinFET, GAFET. Lot of research, billions of dollars have been invested. Billions of dollars have been invested by companies like Intel, TSMC, Samsung to miniaturize. So what is the basic thing basically? The more smaller this device becomes, that is this distance between the drain and the source, that is the channel length, the more transistors you will be able to pack in a unit. And that will, the more transistors you pack in that unit area, you can add more features onto your chip. And so basically it's all a play of power, area and speed. So our mobile phones are operating at a 2.5 volts or so. And we have these sleek devices with us. So it's like quite area is pretty less. And we need the real-time streaming of videos like YouTube or nowadays we see Netflix and all. So there shouldn't be any issue. So tremendous lot of research has been put in this area. So at the heart of it, what is going? It is the semiconductor. There's, I don't know, the MSc people might have been knowing that is one book called SMJ, Semiconductor Physics. Okay. So that is the basically crux of it. Lot of researchers are done on this. Nowadays they have 3D structures of MOSFETs. So not going into the detail of how MOSFET is working and all those things, but what I'm saying is the people who are doing this job of identifying, how. So basically, there is a terminology which is called, the 3 nanometer, 7 nanometer, 5 nanometer chips, basically. So that nanometer is nothing but the channel length between the brain and the source. Okay, so now that I think the industry is in 5 nanometer and 3 nanometer. Last time when I visited TSMC, it was being tried basically, right over there. So that is what I saw. So lot of money has been put in. So this is where some of the core research areas and who are doing this basically physics guys. So this why I'm focusing more on this because we'll be thinking right where physics करने के बाद क्या job है. Of course you need to do each study in physics, but somewhere you have to start, right? For that, at least you have to do your graduation, then post graduation, and probably go ahead and do your PhD. So that is what I wanted to say. So next step. So nowadays there are billions of transistors which are placed together. So and this is at the nanometer scale basically. Just imagine that. So lot of problems are, the spacing of the devices. If there are metal lines, I mean many of the things that I say may be jargon to you right now, but just take it as a fact as of now. That how the metal lines are placed, all these things, a lot of problems are there when you go into that deep nanometer, that deep submicron level technology. So this is just a glimpse of how it looks basically. And so just to say that miniaturization of semiconductor devices is one very fundamental process. That is what I'm saying. That to miniaturize that MOSFET basically to make improvements in the MOSFET and to gain on till now a lot of research is happening, and there are numerous papers are being published. And now let's go to the I'll walk you through the manufacturing process basically. So all the semiconductors that are created, that is created out of sand. Sand is needed to get electron grade of silicon, and then it is melted and it is got into this form. And from there, this wafer, this big bar basically is cut vertically, and you get polished wafer. And then it goes to sequence of processes. Basically, this is one process which is called as photolithography. So, just to speak in terms of the layman term, आप एक stencil रखो और उस stencil में से अपना focus करो and आपको एक pattern break okay, that is what is being done. So the instruments that are doing this stuff, there are certain companies which we are manufacturing. Those are basically running on the construction. Lot of optics. Optics is one of the areas. So it goes for numerous processes, and finally, what you get is this end product. That is this IC integrated circuit. So this is just a. I have worked on these equipment. I mean, like I have during my tenure in Synopsys, I have worked on these equipment. Like there's a company called ASML who are manufacturing. So basically, just to if people have any doubt, so these equipments actually you can see in the foundry. Foundry is the place where the chips are being manufactured. So these are inspection systems and these are process systems. So basically, you imprint something on the wafer, and then of course आपने जो print किया है वो सही print किया है कि नहीं जानने के लिए will inspect, right? So इसके लिए inspection machine. So it's a very I mean I was fortunate that I could go to the foundries and see that how the things are working. So it's fully automated robotic control environment. All the equipments are over there. That is over there. I think some amount of physics is involved, because these are robotics or anything for that matter. Most of the it's a huge plant basically. So all the equipments are highly sophisticated, and you'll find glimpses of physics. So these are the companies like ASML, Applied Materials, Edutech, and companies who manufacture these devices. This is just the list of companies: Intel, TSMC, Samsung, Lotus Foundry. These are the companies who are into the area of chip manufacturing. So one more thing, not deviating from this. Basically, the question that one of you asked that how to get started. Basically, so initially when I completed my post-graduation, I used to apply to different companies. Somewhere, some people used to respond, some people used to not respond. Okay. But if you hit a 10 door, one will open. Then you will be there. And that is from start from there. Because I remember when I started in the startup company, पहले 3 महीने के लिए I was just एक पावर सप्लाई जो पुराने पावर सप्लाई होते हैं वो खराब होता है उसको मैं टेस्ट करता हूँ उसमें कौन सा पार्ट है I used to find out the faulty part and I used to replace तो मैं later on after 3 to 4 months probably and कुछ Excel data मुझे check करना था some scientific data only that I had to check and then later on after 6 to 7 months you got good work. I don't know how to put it, but the work that you were hoping to do. So there is no harm in applying all these companies. They may say no. But don't apply. Okay, as a fresher, as an intern, you can apply. I think many of the companies, I know Intel, Samsung, Synopsys, all of them have internship policies. So, as an intern, when you go, you get to learn a lot. I have trained many they are I mean, you need to reach out basically. Don't knock करना पड़ेगा. You can go ahead. And there is no easy way. ऐसा कोई easy आपको मिलेगा नहीं. थोड़ा you have to. And just put on a few areas where you can explore in physics. Nowadays, people are talking a lot about quantum computing. So companies like IBM, Google are working on quantum computers. The funda of that quantum computers basically they are using the certain quantum states. So, basically it is the quantum mechanics principle. Then VLSI is very large scale integrated circuits. That is what I showed in the previous this how things are manufactured. There is aspect to it where there's some professional courses also like you do something in microelectronics and how the device is getting manufactured, tool how it tool manufacturing, how the tools are principles of that. You learn a lot about that. So my talk is mostly focused on the semiconductor area. And prior to semiconductor, I had spent some time in industrial automation and automotive domain. So there also you find a lot of those are like post silicon basically once the chip is out, basically you work with you'll build circuits PCB and then you have some applications that you have to work on. So industrial automation is one area, aeronautics is there. Many areas are there, medical field is there. Of course, data acquisition and which national instrument is a big player in that. So, so these are the areas that you can explore everywhere. Everywhere you go, you need to have that basic understanding of physics is required. And what time gap is like I used to hear, I'm sure Pradeep must talk about like engineers को ही जल्दी placement मिलता है आजकल ऐसा कुछ नहीं. It's like you are logical if you can answer the question over a period of time. What you'll have to do is you'll have to gain expertise in the domain. Let's say if you are working in semiconductor domain for let's say 10 years, you gain the expertise. Then rather than just becoming a programmer, you start getting solutions over a period of time. But time you have to be patient enough. ऐसे success ऐसे individually नहीं आता. Okay, so that is what my experience I could share. And then I think the last thing. Yeah. So thanks. Any questions? I'll be happy.
Any questions, anyone? Yes, Bishop, and can you stand up?
Yeah, I am not an expert in quantum computing. Okay, all I know is the quantum computers are something known as qubits. Okay, which is basically playing around the quantum states, probability of the quantum states. So that is what I know, and I have not explored too much about it. Okay, because I have not worked on it, so it is I on my heart to answer to my robotic. But I think if you are more inclined to know, if you are inclined to know more about it, there are some good courses in Coursera, and Coursera maybe it's a lengthy this. There is something called as I don't know how many of you are aware. There is our own IITs has something called as NPTEL Swayam initiative. Over there, you get a good course on quantum computing. Okay, I have seen that. I have never enrolled because I didn't think to study that at that point of time. But I have heard about it. A few of my friends have enrolled onto that course. So, so that is somewhere you can search for. But if you ask me too much detail into it, I am not much.
Any other question? Daily we use the IC, daily we see the IC. There is someone who works with it, who works in the development of it. Okay? And once again, curiosity. Yes. When he moved into his first job, he just said, "Ma'am, first 3 months just for this, ma'am." There is nothing like challenging. There's nothing that I'm doing. 3-4 months later, he said, "It project I am working on." And today, I'm happy that he is the chip development officer here. And yes, it has not been easy, as both of them, Pradeep and Rajita said, it's not easy. It moves you places with the logic set that is subject. That hard work, because yes, physics raises everyone's eyebrows. This is a question mark. But it is fun to go through the hard work and come up to something like this. So we have done a lot of embedded, we have spoken about a lot of chips and all. Let's go to some other things which we have in store. Thank you. So moving on from industry to something which is like in trend career options these days, I would like to welcome Sagar Thawani, and online will be Samrat Thawani with us. They are BSc Physics graduates, batch 2015. After that, they've done their diploma in nautical science and are sailing on board since then. Even after that, they've done courses for second mates and so on. But right now, their post is additional second officers, merchant navy. So, one. A little more to add here. Yeah, one. This batch from where Sagar belongs, we had computer science as a subject in BSc, just as you have a PCM, PMS. So at that time we had PMCS, PCCS, meaning physics, math, computer science, physics, chemistry, computer science. Later on, Mumbai University removed the P and N out of it, but there were 7 students in this batch who left computer science for TY, meaning they were physics, computer science till SY, physics, math, computer science in first year, and 7 out of the 35 students of computer science who left computer science and joined for TY physics. So I think that was the last batch. Then after that, first year removed computer science with physics and maths and physics and chemistry. So that's our thought. Yeah, he's an actor too. He's an actor too. Child actor.
Pandemic तो पता ही है 80 to 90% of them but this is the real field. Yes, sir. I'm going to give legal guidance about how you can learn. I started with my first
and still I had an option to go to engineering, but I was not aware that engineering path we could join engineering on the engine side. So I was not interested in the engine side. I always dreamed of becoming a captain, a master commander. So I'll guide you what I did, what my journey was to my teacher or my I will tell you about where you have to study. Like we are Mumbai University for nautical science, we are Indian Maritime University. So through there are multiple courses. After I got those courses, well, I could have joined the labor side, the not the officer side, the labor side, GP rating. So still I chose not to do it, and I joined physics with my twin brother, and we both came to face it and opt for the field that we want. So this is from basic to advanced. This is a gyroscope. There are many gyro compass. There are many compasses on board like gyro compass and magnetic compass. They both are there. It's very basic. This just shows us that what degree we are saying practically, and we can even spot like radar shows us where there are multiple things like fishing vessels, different vessels. You can see, have you ever seen orange color each way? There are different markings that you can spot visually and through the radar. And this is the help of the ship to actually give command to the labor so that we can maneuver the ship safely. Talking about physics, as a ship, this was 274 meters long. I am sailing on crude oil tanker. There are many different types of ships, ro-ro ships, roll-on, roll-off. You can carry different types of cars and trucks, whatever you like. There are container ships. MSC is one of the biggest companies that make container ships. You can go on cruise line. But I don't like cargo that top. Because my cargo is always silent and it is in peace with. So I love this. So here you can see on board we have individual radar and that says radar. So we have to be updated where we are. This name is Namrata. The charter was Indian Oil Corporation. So we went to Gulf, Rastafari. There is a single journey. We have to go to mid ocean. It takes more than a month to deliver one charter. So we came back in 2028 to discharge the oil in Chennai. This is the minimum eligibility which go along like which is by 6. Even I had power I have corrected for during my time it was 55%, but now criteria change over time. We an average of all the so this is 274 meters long. And though I am wearing a boiler suit of safety, I am not wearing it. It's up to like people say it. So here you can see कितना सारा किलो है. Once the waves are here, you have to hide. वरना आप लोग बीच में जाते हैं. A little risky, but adventurous भी है, अच्छा भी है. Ship में table tennis है, play station है, pleasure room है, अलग अलग चीजें हैं हम लोग. और ये मेरा प्राइवेट एज अ कैडेट व्हेन आई वाज वी हैव गिवन अ टेस्ट सो फार बट मतलब रेयरली यूज होता है ज्यादा काम होता है और मौका मिला तो लोग प्लॉटिंग हो ही जाता है मतलब छुट्टी नहीं मिलती है बट ड्यूरिंग आवर स्लीपिंग आवर्स वी कैन गो एंड विजिट अदर कंट्रीज और व्हाटएवर यू लाइक so the course I did was diploma in optical science and I would guide these are top institutes in India that you can do. It is a 1 year training, it is a semi-military training and also they teach you in workshop welding, plumbing, carpentry, कुछ भी ऑयल हुआ है तो have to deal with yourself. Mid ocean में कोई plumber आके बोलेगा नहीं ये मेरा फ्लश कर दो या क्या दो. These are the top. I was among this the Great Eastern Institute of Maritime Studies. There are different types of institutes. The Great Eastern Institute is the owner company. So उनका खुद का company they excel at studying because वो लोग चाहते हैं कि उनके बच्चे ज़्यादा अच्छे पढ़े क्योंकि आगे वो लोग खुद ही करने वाले हैं. तो अलग-अलग है मतलब एंग्लो ईस्टर्न है, समुद्र है, एक PSR very famous for watching but there you can do a course when company comes to hire. But if you do ownership, then your application already मिल जाएगा. पहले अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर मिलेगा फिर एडमिशन मिलेगा. ऐसा होता है. सैलरी भी लिख के आ जाएगी. सेकंड ऑफिसर रहेगा. So this is the great one of the very this usually कैसा होता है कि 10 से 90% 20% ऐसा होता है. जितना मेरा इंटरेस्ट था कोर्स में ग्रेजुएशन से लेके और एडवांस कोर्स में मेरा हायर परसेंटेज होता होता है मेरा इंटरेस्ट उसमें. तो देयर वाज अ कंपटीशन मैरिटाइम और इंडिया में फर्स्ट टाइम था और उसमें मैं फर्स्ट था. मेरे इंस्टीट्यूट में मुझे चुना था बिकॉज बीइंग अ ग्रेजुएट आई वाज एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड many things that people were still short of. This photo was 26th January that happened. Luckily, the car on board this is my chief officer. This is me, and this was my captain. We are all together celebrating the 26th January. And this is the admission procedure. You have to be updated with this at IIM. There is a common entrance test called IIM. आपको एक जैसे रजिस्टर करोगे आपको एक सर्टिफिकेट आएगा और आपको एक कंप्यूटर का ये आएगा और सेंटर मिलेगा वहाँ पे जाके ऑनलाइन जस्ट ये एमसीक्यू होते हैं वही उसमें आपका एनुअल रैंकिंग में नाम आना चाहिए और जो स्पॉन्सरशिप के कंपनी के नाम आपका एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट में नाम लेंगे उस हिसाब से दे एनालाइज यू और they will give you opportunity letter before you do the course or the job. They are already hiring you. So उसमें कैसा है कि every promotion is in your hand. तो practically you have to say you have to whatever मेरा तो all के related है तो ये सारी basics है scientific terms होते हैं positive terms होते हैं grammar terms होते हैं different है but हम लोग के बहुत easy हो जाएगा. बेसिक अंडरस्टैंड करना फिर उसके एडवांस से रिलेटेड और क्या तो अगर सुबह फायर का हम लोगों को सिखाते कैसे करना बट जो उसका अंडरस्टैंडिंग बेसिक मैकेनिज्म है वो फिजिक्स के थ्रू ही हम लोग समझ सकते हैं. इंस्टीट्यूट में हम लोग सिखाते कैसे यूज करना बट उसका जो मैकेनिज्म है वो अगर नहीं किया तो मुझे नहीं लगता हाँ तो दिस इज द रीजन एंड ऑफिस you all 80,000, 80,870 connection. These are currently I'm at Dept. One more saving is that then I can go to the second officer, and because I was 6 months behind, my brother already on board and he's chilling out. Saving as a second additional second officer. So I have a video from USG, depend बड़ी carrier हो गया, gas carrier हो गया, oil tanker, road ship, सबसे free करते हैं। ये जो salary है, record जो salary होती है, basically stipend को खर्चा करने के लिए मिलेगा, और जो भी है कि stipend US डॉलर है। ये कोई भी कंपनी में ज्वाइन करो सेम ही रहेगा, प्राइस डिपेंडिंग ऑन which type of ship you choose. I think it was this is the cargo control. इसमें हम लोग को एजुकेशन 6 manifold through carrier, so we can monitor the pressure. These are the valves, and there are different types of valves. Some are hydraulic, some are many different types. So we have to monitor the discharge with pipe pressure now there, or in case so we have to find an alternative method. We have to watch the basically deck side में जो काम है वो हमारा navigation है, chartwork है. We have to plot a course के कैसे बचेगा, सबसे जल्दी कैसे पहुंचेंगे, avoiding the laws of क्योंकि जब व्यक्ति होती है तो we have to use the last one. There is basically water. वो भी भर के रखना पड़ता है ताकि शिप फ्लोटिंग करे, buoyant हो तो पता हो, तो उसके वजह से उसके भी लॉज है कि इधर का पानी उधर नहीं जा सकता, उधर का पानी इधर नहीं जा सकता, उस हिसाब से and there are regulations also, rules or regulations for maneuvering the ship. We also have to learn about the laws. Whether without communication, we have to know that in what situation what action is to be made. While navigating, I don't need there is a common VHF 16 channel, satellite, बहुत कुछ है, radar भी है, but we don't need any communication. ऐसा नहीं है हमारे we don't need that. This is professional. तो कार के साथ इंस्टेंट होता है हो जाता है, बट शिप के लिए एक्शन बहुत जल्दी लेना पड़ता है और उसका बहुत डिटेल हो इमीडिएट एक्शन हो, तो बहुत प्रायर को एक्सपीरियंस के साथ राइट वीडियो है ज़्यादा small go inside the country, inside crude oil बड़ी टैंकर अगर पूरा शहर भरवा सकता है, इसलिए we have to different type of study रूट से कनेक्टेड रहता है, फिर उससे हम पास कनेक्शन रहता है और उधर से और ये लोग रिफाइनरी पहुंच के एक बार डिस्चार्ज तो anybody is interested such advances. So then you can contact me anytime. You always like मेरे batch में और भी parts थे मेरे साथ जो already sailing तो luckily I'm fine तो बता पाया कैसे हम लोग आए
A question.
first
I have a question. If particular machine related fees is high,
fees
how do we go?
depends करता है एक बार process लेकर तो आपको appointment लेकर दे देंगे then approach any bank if you they see your appointment letter you will get और कोई कोई रहते हैं sponsored भी है कोई कंपनी जब टेक्निकल राउंड के तभी इतना स्मार्ट है ऐसा भी होता है लिटिल once you come to the officer side you can whatever जैसे मैंने बताया बल्क कैरियर के वो तो 1 वीक लगे रहते हैं और प्राइस वन वीक तक टॉप पे ही लगे रहते हैं क्या टाइम चाहिए बहुत टाइम
So if we take a loan, we can pay the and we have that.
yeah
Well, because there are many students who have contacted, like Ajwani is good, I'm interested, but the fees are so high, how do we go about it? That's the reason why I
पहले ऐसा होता था बहुत क्लोज कर लेते थे गेट तो अभी गवर्नमेंट ने स्ट्रिक्ट कर दिया जॉब के बाद दूसरा अगर you can show it to any bank it is not a big amount 3 to 6 times basic 1 year मेरे मेरे टाइम में 60 लाख नो स्मार्टफोन और एक साल 6 2 सेमेस्टर उसमें हम लोग सब वर्कशॉप पे लेके एक्साइट ऑफिसर लेवल हाँ उसके लिए सब कुछ जनरल से रिलेटेड कुछ भी नहीं है मैंने खुद से किया एक एडिशनल और वही मुझे करने भी
Any other questions? Yes.
एंट्री लेवल एंट्री लेवल में
Right.
हाइट का
Any other query? These are queries, not questions. Any other question, query, anyone?
yes
Stand.
leading to yes but yes one year then better saving data time studying like there go to what it all these yes yeah I can do this also easy exam but I double PhD computer science का 2-3 साल का ऑप्शन जैसे 3 years करना पड़ेगा और उसके बाद 12 months of board but इधर कैसा है 12 months of या 18 months of तो टाइम भी बचेगा और ग्रेजुएट्स को हम PhD वो बाकी इसलिए मैं especially yes before my
Any others? Finally, for this, some important work.
Okay, now moving to radiology, we will extend our welcome to Mr. Ramesh Rajan, Senior Officer and Training Safety Officer at PT Gujarat Hospital, Mali. Sir completed his BSc Physics in 2002 from VJ College and then moved on to pursue a diploma in medical radio isotope technique from BARC in 2003. He immediately joined as a technologist at Gujarat Hospital but couldn't stay away from studies, thus returning back to the National College to complete his MSc in Physics in the year 2007. He also completed his MBA in Healthcare Management in 2013 and over the years has been associated with some of the best hospitals like Prof Hospital, Tata Memorial Center, SRN Diagnostic, and PD Nimbuja Hospital. He has 5 paper publications in the field of nuclear medicine to his credit and has worked around 10 research projects in his tenure at these hospitals. Abhishek Chauhan, Scientific Assistant P at TNH. Before that, he was working in PT Nimbuja Hospital and completed PhD from RJ College and then did PG diploma in medical radioisotope technique from Radiation Medicine Center, VARC. We would request both sir to kindly deliver.
And special. So how many of you this is very tough? Without a so you fail manner, success is have a faith in physics to give you the right. So the medical physics is a special part of physics. So you see some courses where you can do some courses to plug in medical. So I'm going to touch 4 courses. So the nuclear medicine. The name suggests to deal with the nucleus of the atom. So the nuclear medicine the radiology that uses very small amount of radioactive material other than pharmaceuticals. By doing it, we can examine the organ of the functions and the structure of the functions. The small medium work, what we do daily life.
What is nuclear medicine? The diagnosis. Diagnostic is a simple tool for protection of many diseases, such as cancer. In the nuclear medicine department, a radiopharmaceutical is injected to the patient. Radiopharmaceutical distributes itself whole body and concentrates in the disease area. It is taken by inhalation, and any residual is naturally removed. The patient is then transferred into the catheter. Radioactivity down the line. First pass is an X-ray picture. The second pass is PET respect. Fusion is the PET CT respect CT. The images allow us to
Here the main component
lesions of the patient. drug diagnosis. There
Hello, everyone. When I was in like 12th standard, I was also not sure about like where to go, like engineering or medical, or just do a basic science, just do a graduation. So when I appeared for my 12th standard, along with that, I appeared for CT exam. I was interested in medical, so I couldn't clear it. Like, it was the cutoff was very high for a government institution. I got 140 out of 200 in 2011, and after that, I my family members told me like, to just take a break of 1 year. Side by side, you can pursue graduation. So at that point of time, I was not very much clear about which subject I should do my major. So you know, 1 year like prepared for again medical CET exam, but again I couldn't clear it. So now I preferred like physics because I was fond of BRC. Like I was always wanted to go in Baba Atomic Research Center and do some research activity. So I chose physics as my major in third year. And after graduating from there, I searched for a lot of options in which will I graduation or Jaga. But the question was say, once you go for higher studies, then what after MSc and what after PhD? So ultimately, मैं थोड़ा impatient था कि मैंने PhD के बाद ही decision ले लिया and मैं the time I arrived कि मुझे BRC का entrance देना है, 1 साल निकल चुका था कि मैं I was preparing for certain other things कि UPSC देंगे like everybody does it एक basic graduate है basic time से तो सोचता है तो I applied for UPSC also that year इस साल मैंने BRC का entrance दिया था तो I cleared both UPSC का pre भी clear हो गया था और BRC का entrance भी clear हो गया and then UPSC का फिर छोड़ दिया मेंस के लिए फिर मैं BRC का एडमिशन लेके मेरा 1 ईयर का आई डिड माय पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट डिप्लोमा इन मेडिकल आइसोटोप रेडियोएक्टिव मेडिकल आइसोटोप दैट कोर्स कन्वर्टेड टू मास्टर इट वाज 1 ईयर earlier I did it was for 1 year now that has been converted into 2 years MSc so you can like there are private institutes also which offer this course but they will charge you very high amount for that 2 years and for like government institutions like Tata and VRC, if you are appearing for that in MSc in nuclear medicine course, then for that you have to that entrance will be there. The entrance becomes all India based, so it will be a quite tough exam. So out of when I applied for this exam, there were 1,000 to 1,200 students, and out of 1,200 students, only 6 got selected for PMRI at that time. But now, this since this field is emerging field, a lot of like candidates, a lot of students they get to know like nuclear medicine is emerging and it is in demand. In future, it is going to be like that. So they are like applying for this year since I am working in TMH. So this year we got around 3,000 or 3,500 applications just for 10 seats. So you can imagine like what kind of scope you can get in this area. So means you have other like courses also. Like there are private institutes such as Manipal Institute. Then you have like in South India there are a lot of big colleges. So from there also you can do it. AIMS also offers MSc nuclear medicine, and here like BRC conducting it since 1970s, 72. They're conducting. So I think that is the very best institute in India to go about. So once you like clear this, once you do this course, after that you can become a nuclear medicine technologist, because directly you can't become RS, radiation safety officer. For that you need to take a certification course from AERB. AERB is Atomic Energy Regulatory Board. In India, whatever radioisotopes we are using, that has to be used safely and disposed of properly, because you can't throw it anywhere. It's not like a general waste. Okay? It's a radioactive waste. So we all have studied like alpha, beta, gamma, positron, a lot of particles. So nuclear physics they have studied. But here what we do, here we are applying it. Okay. So this application is very important. Like you means you are just sitting outside, you are not performing any surgery to patient's body, and you are diagnosing the disease. You are, three-dimensionally. You are diagnosing it, where the tumor is and how actively it is inside the body. How active it is, like it is, whether it is aggressive or whether it is, slow growing tumor, or whether it is responding to your treatment. In cancer, what is the definition of a cancer cell? It's nothing but what it's a uncontrolled division of that particular cell. So based upon that, I just tell you one principle. For division, any cell may what glucose. Correct? Whatever we eat, it's a complex carbohydrate or starch compound, which is converted to simpler sugar molecule. Right? That sugar molecule is taken up by normal cells and cancer cells both. But the amount is 10 times increased in case of tumor cells, because they are going to divide many times more as compared to the normal cells. Correct. So here the application I'm telling you how we are applying. So FDG is, it's a fluorodeoxyglucose. So glucose is being tagged with radioactive element, chlorine, and that chlorine is giving you the positron emission. And that positron is being detected here in fact. Positron emission tomography. The mechanism is very complex. Physics is all definitely physics is involved. Chemistry is also involved. Basic science is already there, but more is toward the like machine and all. It is totally dependent on the physics principle. Okay? So you have to be very clear in your like basics. So whatever you are doing, like whether you are like going to be in future, if you are going to do your masters or your like PhD research, anything in nuclear medicine or in any field, like whatever you want, you have to be like very much clear about your ideas, about your basics, fundamentals. We all know everything, like atomic bomb pata hai, ye sab pata hai, wo sab pata hai. But complex things we know. But वो बना कैसे don't know. You should know the basic. एक atom के अंदर ही अभी देख लो कितना theory बन गया, 4-5 theory ऐसे पढ़ा, but अभी तक कोई भी एकदम अच्छे से बताया नहीं. So you have to like understand the basic things. So after this, when you appear for the entrance exam, the course will be for 2 years in any like institute, and after that you become a nuclear medicine technologist, where you perform this imaging. Okay, and after you get certification from a regulatory board, which like regulates all the guidelines gives nuclear medicine. So from there you have to get RSU certificate. You have to appear for again entrance exam. Then you have to appear for Viva. So set of scientists will be sitting in front of you. Then you ask questions how you are going to deal with radioisotope. So using this radioisotope clinical diagnosis and treatment, you need this you need this certification from AERB. If you are not certified from them, then you can't work in nuclear medicine. Okay, so like anybody, like any graduate in basic science, like if you have done chemistry or physics, then you can apply for this course, which is there in BRC, Tata, and other institutes. And you have to sit for the entrance exam, and then once you clear it, after 2 years, there will be post-semester examination, and you will like the sir told, when you are practically when you are seeing it and you are studying it theoretically, And when you can connect both these things, then you understand very easily and you can remember it for longer duration of time, right? So these courses are not like this offline courses. Means you have to go and attend the lectures also. Side by side, you will be performing different diagnostic procedures which you are going to do after completion of this course. Means side by side, you are doing internship also. Along with the internship, you are doing your studies also as well. And you can go for higher studies as well in nuclear medicine. Like you can do your PhD in nuclear medicine, and after that, a lot of opportunities are also there. So, like we will be always, happy to help you. If any time you require anything, we are already. For the medical physics, the MSc physics, there is another course. For the radiation therapy, also specifically cancer patients. Small medium therapy works.
To destroy cancer cells, leaving normal, healthy cells unaffected. Cancer cells are more vulnerable than normal cells, and we explore this through treatment by carefully planning and targeting the area to be treated. New forms of radiotherapy can now more accurately target the affected area, killing fewer healthy cells. This accuracy also means that higher doses can be given safely if required. The latest technology includes image-guided radiotherapy. This involves collecting images to check a tumour's position before treatment is given. With IGRT, the risk of part of the tumour being missed by the X-ray beams is reduced. Intensity modulated radiotherapy. This specialized way is now used to treat many different types of cancer. IMRT is a way of the radiographer molding and varying the strength of each beam to match the size, shape, and position of the tumour. You can do this more precisely with conventional or conformal radiotherapy. This allows the treatment to be just as effective while reducing the side effects. Volumetric modulated arc therapy is a new type of intensity modulated radiotherapy. It works by delivering a continuous beam of radiotherapy while the machine is moving, changing the beam shape and treatment dose automatically as it moves. Stereotactic ablative radiotherapy delivers a focused and very high dose of radiotherapy to a tumor in fewer sessions, offering some patients longer disease and symptom control. It is also sometimes used where surgery isn't an option. Surface-guided radiotherapy. SGRT uses sophisticated 3D camera technology to accurately target treatment. It does this by continuously and accurately monitoring the patient's position during treatment, using the surface of the patient to do this. Without SGRT, people generally need tattoos to line up the beams, but SGRT can mean there's no need for permanent tattoo markers, and this can be of great psychological benefit for people who just want to get on with their lives without a permanent reminder of their treatment.
Some part of the application. Treatment, diploma course, radiography. So some places it is 1 year, some places that after completion of this course, you can work as a Imagine technology department, one of my papers published at a conference. So the innovation is everywhere, research is everywhere. It's a great career in medical physics. Don't stop. Is a ready to material for one of the study patient, take the patient, scan the you just take up by the patient and scan. So what are the rate of study books can see on the page. So basically gamma rays captured by gamma camera, which are embedded with gamma detectors. Scintillators पड़ा है ना वैसे ही. तो some people में क्या होता है कि खाना जो है like gastric emptying का स्टडी है. तो जब हम खाना खाते हैं तो it takes little time पेट में से वो नीचे intestine में जाने के लिए टाइम है. वो टाइम फ्रेम जो है इस less than 1 hour वो जाना ही चाहिए. बट इन सम पेशेंट को क्या होता है बहुत जल्दी चले जाता है नहीं तो बहुत लेट चले जाता है. तो ये स्टडी इसके ऊपर है कि ये हम रेडियो एक्टिविटी जो भी पेशेंट है उसको खिलाएंगे एंड देन आफ्टर दैट हम उसको मॉनिटर करेंगे 3-4 आवर्स. तो जब तक वो खाना जो है आधा खाना उसका जो है पेट में से निकल के इंटेस्टाइन तक नहीं पहुंचे. तो बेस्ड अपॉन दैट वी कैलकुलेट गैस्ट्रिक एम्प्टिंग टी हाफ. तो वो टी हाफ जो है उसका एक वैल्यू रेंज है. ये नॉर्मल रेंज में आना चाहिए. सम पेशेंट को जल्दी चले जाता है तो अगेन इंडाइजेशन का प्रॉब्लम. अगर लेट जा रहा है तो अगेन वो इरिटेबल बॉवल सिंड्रोम वगैरह. तो लाइक दैट वी कैन डायग्नोज डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ जो भी क्लिनिकल पैरामीटर्स है हम डिफरेंट तरीके से मेजर कर सकते हैं. लाइक फॉर किडनी आल्सो फॉर हार्ट आल्सो डिफरेंट ऑर्गन के लिए डिफरेंट रेडियो फार्मास्यूटिकल्स भी. तो बेसिकली दिस इज वन ऑफ द रेडियो. Then both courses we are like specialized branch in nuclear medicine. We are in nuclear medicine. There are other courses. Radio. More information on then contact us. Thank you so much.
Any questions? Any questions? First year in TMAC, they have done a lot of nuclear.
There is a great career in solid state. Camera is sodium ion crystal and germanium crystals. So in that area, you can crystal. There's a lot of instrumentation. Any question related to nuclear medicine? Any information?
I think no question. या तो कुछ नहीं सकता.
Thank you.
A lot of electronics, a lot of about merchant navy, and we have certain students who are not allowed to leave their residence. They can't do jobs, because they have certain family constraints where they are not allowed to do jobs, etc. So a new thing that a new venture which anyone can take up. Tuitions is something which is very ordinary as we consider. But how physics, knowing physics and being an educator is important and is more what do you say, financially you can earn more, earn when you are at home. All those things. So now we come up with the classroom.edutech. This is online education portal where you have around 25,000 students who have who take tuitions online. And how this the main person of this classroom edutech, that is Dumil Javedi, will be joining us shortly on Zoom. Okay, just to give us 2-3 minutes. In the meanwhile, Punamang. So, having explored industries, courses of the BSc and MSc, let's now take a look at the avenues and teaching field. So, our next two guests will join us online since they couldn't make it here. So, starting with Mr. Dumil Javedi, he's a co-founder and CEO at Classroom. Dumil Javedi has taught at renowned coaching classes for over 15 years. He has expertise in educational management, coaching industry, and in sales and marketing. At Classroom, he heads the operations, marketing, and channel partnerships. Now, coming to Classroom. Classroom is India's leading offline to online tutoring platform. It is a hybrid mode with Classroom for Bharat mission. It has mass market. Classroom has its own website and app, offers live lectures that stream directly from in-house K Studio. With the help of rich content library and live lectures delivered by highly experienced and qualified teachers, it aspires to deliver quality education to the remotest parts of India and eventually the world. So we welcome Mr. Dumil Javedi. He'll be joining. I think he's already joined, but we'll just request him to unmute and present his screen.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Hello everyone. I hope everyone can hear me. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Good afternoon, everyone. So let's keep this session very interactive with everyone. Okay. First, let me introduce Classroom. What is Classroom? So Classroom is India's leading hybrid tutoring platform, offline to online. So we have close to 160 centers in Mumbai and Delhi, and we have close to 25,000 active learners on our platform, which are learning from 500 different parts of our country, cities, towns, and rural areas. Okay. Also would like to mention, we have done a lot of strategic alliance with state governments, and we also lively interacted with our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, and we are in the Education Working Committee directly reporting to the PMO's office. So this is a brief introduction about Classroom. We'll all like to share introduction of me. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. I am Javeri. I am a startup entrepreneur. I am co-founder of Classroom Edutech, and by passion, I am a physics teacher. By qualification, I have done my engineering in electronics and telecommunication. But today's agenda and topic is very exciting, everyone. Okay, so let's deep dive into our today's topic. First of all, I would like to thank National College for giving this amazing opportunity. Would like to thank Physics Department of National College, and a special thanks to Namrata ma'am, who have conducted such an amazing session for BSc first year and second year students. I hope I am audible, and can we keep it interactive, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Great. So I hope you guys in first and second year currently, right?
So third year and I'm so
थर्ड ईयर ओके सो मुझे एक बात बताओ आई वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड योर व्यू पॉइंट्स आपको फिजिक्स कैसा लग रहा है हाउ डू यू सी फिजिक्स एज अ सब्जेक्ट हाउ डू यू सी फिजिक्स एज अ सब्जेक्ट कम ऑन गाइस अपना फेयर ओपिनियन अपना फेयर स्टेट्स दे सकते हो you guys can write on chat as well.
Multiple devices. It's okay, Bella.
Sir, actually there are much of voice issues, so I think it cannot be a two-way. It has to be a one-way.
No problem, Namrata ma'am. We'll take it, one way. So absolutely not a problem. Okay, so now let's enter into the beautiful world of physics. ठीक है, फिजिक्स इतना इंटरेस्टिंग सब्जेक्ट है. मैं आपको एक रीजन बताना चाहूंगा. मेरे जर्नी में I started as a physics teacher in the year 2007. जब मैं थर्ड ईयर इंजीनियरिंग में था तभी से ही मैंने फिजिक्स सिखाना स्टार्ट कर लिया. I started teaching in a lot of schools, educational institutes. तब जाके मेरा पैशन डेवलप हुआ और मैंने सोच लिया कि मुझे अपना करियर एज अ फिजिक्स एजुकेटर, एज अ फिजिक्स ट्यूटर ही करना है. उसका एक रीजन बताता हूं, व्हाई फिजिक्स स्पेसिफिकली. क्योंकि आपके दिन की जितनी भी एक्टिविटी आप ले लो, यू टेक एनी नंबर ऑफ एक्टिविटीज, आप हर एक चीज फिजिक्स के साथ रिलेट कर पाओगे. आप सुबह उठे से लेकर गाड़ी में जाना से लेके आप पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, एवरीथिंग, any and every activity in a day can be compared and can be related to physics. So basically physics is a very, very lively, it is more of experimental, and there is a huge scope of physics, and hence physics is super interesting, super fun to learn, because आप हर चीज में physics relate कर पाओगे. So that's one of the reason why physics में majors लेना या physics को wide scope करना is really important. Why? Because it is very, very practical in nature. So now let's go on to other slide. हम ले लेते हैं scientific applications क्या है physics के. You know what are the scientific applications of physics? Weather study करना है, आपका alarm clock, headphones, your seat belts, every single thing, right? Camera lenses, every single thing are the practical applications of physics, and hence we call it as applied physics. Hence we call it as applied physics. Why? Because you have amazing practical life examples in your day-to-day activity. अच्छा, आई एम श्योर कितने लोगों ने ये वेब सीरीज जो सोनी लिव पे चल रही है रॉकेट बॉयज, ठीक है, मैं रेकमेंड करूंगा कि आप सब ये सीरीज देखिए. आई एम श्योर योर लव टू फिजिक्स विल इंक्रीज 10 times एंड आई एम श्योर आप उसमें काफी कुछ आपके फ्यूचर के अपॉर्चुनिटीज देख पाओगे. आई एम श्योर काफी लोगों ने देखी भी होगी. There are a lot of, in past lot of movies have also come, related to physics. So अगर किसी ने gravity देखा होगा, Interstellar, lot of movies. And hence we come to a conclusion that it's super fun. अब मैं एक क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहूंगा, ठीक है? चलो हमने अभी इतना समझ लिया है कि फिजिक्स काफी इंटरेस्टिंग है, फिजिक्स काफी फन है, हमें मजे से पढ़ाई करना है. बट एक इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन ये आता है कि सर हमने फिजिक्स पढ़ तो लिया, हमने रियल लाइफ एग्जांपल्स भी देख लिए, हमने अच्छा स्कोर भी कर लिया, बट हमारे फ्यूचर में अपॉर्चुनिटीज क्या क्या है? आई एम श्योर नम्रता मैम ने आज वंडरफुल सेशन रखा है, आपको बहुत सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज दिखाई होगी, बट आज मैं एक स्पेसिफिक अपॉर्चुनिटी मैं डिराइव और आप लोग को बताना चाहूंगा. आई वुड लाइक टू स्पेसिफिकली एनहांस दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी व्हिच यू हैव. And definitely it comes from my experience because I started my career as a professor in the year 2007. I started my own business in the year 2009, a standalone institute. Today, standing in 2022, we are teaching more than 25,000 students across India, having more than 160 centers across, and every single day we see a huge demand coming in. Now, if I relate my journey with the actual science which we are studying currently, right? So सबसे बड़ी डिमांड क्या है, हम ये चीज समझने की ट्राई करते हैं, और सबसे बड़ा फ्यूचर कहां पर लाई करता है. So if you try to understand the demand of physics teacher in worldwide and the scope of their career, let's go to other point now. Let's understand the physics teachers are in demand in most areas of United States, UK and worldwide. Okay, अब मुझे एक बात बताओ, ग्लोबली अगर हम यूएस की बात करें, यूके की बात करें और वर्ल्ड वाइड बात करें, एक इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट जो सामने आएगा वो है फिजिक्स ट्यूटर्स की रिक्वायरमेंट. आज की तारीख में सिंस वी आर रनिंग दिस एडटेक कंपनी, टुडे वी हैव मोर देन 20 जॉब ओपनिंग्स ओनली फॉर अ फिजिक्स ट्यूटर. इमेजिन. और वैसे मल्टीपल इंस्टीट्यूट्स, मल्टीपल schools, multiple education centers, multiple edtech companies, multiple universities have this demand. अगर हम cumulative demand देखें, the picture will be super large. When we started working with the state government directly, right? So now we are working with government of Gujarat, we are working with the government of Rajasthan. एक चीज जो हमने identify करी है, so we have an access to almost 32,000 schools of Gujarat and 50 lakh students. हमने एक चीज जो आइडेंटिफाई करी है, उनके पास इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर तो बहुत अच्छा है, रूरल एरियाज में स्कूल्स तो बहुत सारे हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बट आपको पता है जो हम बोलते हैं एक चीज की जो कमी है, आपको मैं टर्म बताना चाहूंगा। जब मैं रूरल एरियाज की बात करता हूँ, राइट, वहां पे एक्चुअल भारत लाया करता है। आपने ये नाम सुना होगा, राइट, फॉर भारत, फॉर भारत। तो मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगा, जब भी हम रूरल एरियाज की बात करते हैं तो हम उसे नोटिफाई करते हैं, हम एक्सप्लेन करते हैं दैट इट इज फॉर भारत। व्हाई? बिकॉज इट इज फॉर टियर 3, टियर 4, टियर 5 एंड बियॉन्ड सिटीज। इसलिए रूरल एरिया के जो प्रॉब्लम्स है और पेन पॉइंट्स है, उसे एड्रेस करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर हो जाता है। वहां पे गवर्नमेंट के पास बजट्स भी है, फंड्स भी है, बट पता है आपको क्या चीज की कमी है? दे डू नॉट हैव गुड टीचर्स, दे डू नॉट हैव एक्सेस टू टीचर्स। एंड स्पेसिफिकली I would like to highlight physics being a very important subject. There is a huge demand of physics tutors, not worldwide, but also in Bharat, in the rural areas, in your same state where there is a huge demand. Imagine karo, right? Today, all thanks to the telecom companies and the internet penetration, the world have become so closer, right? डिजिटाइजेशन से एवरीथिंग इज पॉसिबल। आप घर बैठे बैठे एक स्मॉल रूरल एरिया या विलेज में आप अपना बेस्ट एजुकेशन या आपका बेस्ट टैलेंट आप वहां पर पहुंचा सकते हो। सो इमेजिन हाउ द डिजिटाइजेशन हैव चेंज्ड द वर्ल्ड। सो हियर लेट्स ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द एक्चुअल डिमांड एंड व्हाई देयर इज नीड। अगर नीड है तो उसकी डिमांड है, और डिमांड है तो उसको एडुकेट सप्लाई मिलना, और उसका फ्यूचर स्कोप डेफिनेटली ब्राइट हो जाता है। जैसे मैंने बताया, लोकेशन तो कोई बैरियर ही नहीं है। आप अपने घर पे बैठ के, आपके कॉलेज में बैठ के, आपके घर बैठे आप कहीं पे भी एजुकेशन पहुंचा सकते हो। हम थोड़ा नंबर्स की बात कर लेते हैं। अरे सर, आप तो क्या बस बोल रहे हो कि सर फिजिक्स टीचर्स की डिमांड है, हमें नंबर्स चाहिए। नंबर्स हमको समझना है कि व्हाट इज एन एक्चुअल डिमांड ऑफ अ फिजिक्स प्रोफेसर। अगर हम थोड़ा स्टैटिस्टिक्स या नंबर वाइज अगर मैं रिप्रेजेंट करना चाहूं, तो यू कैन सी इन द स्क्रीन, इन द ईयर 2000 में कितने टीचर्स की डिमांड थी पता है? 2,50,000। उसके बाद 10 साल बाद कुछ 7.5 लाख फिजिक्स टीचर्स की डिमांड हुई, और लास्ट 10 साल में 1 मिलियन, 10 लाख फिजिक्स टीचर्स की वैकेंसीज है। इमेजिन करो वो कब पूरी होगी। 10 लाख फिजिक्स टीचर्स इज रिक्वायर्ड। थिंक, इजंट दैट इंटरेस्टिंग एवरीवन? वो गैप, वो डिमांड हमें फुलफिल करना है। Coming to the next very very important point, सर तो जैसे आप बता रहे हो सर फिजिक्स में तो चलो बहुत डिमांड है, बट सर मैं तो बहुत एक्साइटेड हूँ, फिजिक्स के अलावा और 2 सिंपल सब्जेक्ट्स भी है हमारे पास, और 2 सिंपल सब्जेक्ट्स भी है। बच्चे बोलते हैं मुझे कि सर केमिस्ट्री भी बहुत सिंपल है, मैथ्स भी सिंपल है, तो एक काम कर लेता हूँ, मैं केमिस्ट्री मैथ्स कर लेता हूँ और फिर मैं टीचिंग कर लेता हूँ। बट मैं आप लोगों को थोड़ा फैक्ट्स बताना चाहता हूँ, थोड़े कंपैरिजन चार्ट बताना चाहता हूँ, राइट? हम सब काम करते हैं एट द एंड ऑफ द डे टू गेट द मॉनेटरी बेनिफिट्स, राइट? आपको पता है फिजिक्स टीचर्स की जितनी डिमांड है उससे काफी कम आज की तारीख में केमिस्ट्री और मैथमेटिक्स टीचर्स की है। मैं आपको उसका रीजन बताता हूँ। केमिस्ट्री में 2 पार्ट्स है, इनफैक्ट 3 पार्ट में केमिस्ट्री को डिवाइड करता हूँ। वी ऑल नो, एक है फिजिकल, एक है ऑर्गेनिक, एक है इनऑर्गेनिक, राइट? ऑर्गेनिक और फिजिकल केमिस्ट्री के टीचर्स एकदम ही इजीली अवेलेबल हो जाते हैं, ठीक है? वो काफी टीचर्स पढ़ा सकते हैं। I strongly believe definitely inorganic is a bit challenging, but problem it's not only with the part, but problem when you see subject as a whole. दूसरी बात ये हो जाती है, मैथ्स में भी टीचर्स की अवेलेबिलिटी इजीली हो जाती है, बिकॉज मैथ्स में आप कॉमर्स के साथ भी जा सकते हो, साइंस के साथ भी जा सकते हो, तो काफी लोग हैं जिन्होंने मैथ्स पढ़ाई करी है, और दैट्स द रीजन दे कैन टीच मैथमेटिक्स। फिजिक्स टीचर का डिमांड क्यों बढ़ जाता है? उसका रीजन है, साइंस में तो ऐसे भी बच्चे कम जाते हैं। अब वो बच्चे कम जाने के बाद पढ़ाना डेफिनेटली पर्टिकुलर सेट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स ही पढ़ाना चाहते हैं। अब खाली उतने ही बच्चे पढ़ाना चाहते हैं या उतने ही टीचर्स पढ़ाना चाहते हैं, तो डेफिनेटली डिमांड और स्कैसिटी तो हो गई टीचर्स की. नाउ लेट्स गो इनटू द डीप डाइव. मैंने एक क्वेश्चन पूछा था. मैंने लास्ट 5 साल पहले एक ऑडिटोरियम में, प्री कोविड टाइम की बात कर रहा हूं, ठीक है. मैंने एक ऑडिटोरियम में काउंसलिंग सेशन लिया था जहां पे 5000 स्टूडेंट्स ने अटेंड किया था. 5000 स्टूडेंट्स. वो 5000 स्टूडेंट का काउंसलिंग सेशन चल रहा था. मैंने पूछा बच्चों को कि आप लोग क्या करियर अपॉर्चुनिटीज, व्हाट डू यू वांट टू फाइंड एज अ करियर अपॉर्चुनिटीज. यार बच्चे तो एकदम फ्रीली खड़े होकर के, कोई बोल रहा है मेरे को सर इंजीनियर बनना है, कोई बोलता है मैं डॉक्टर बनना चाहता हूँ, कोई बोलता है मैं सीए, कोई बोलता है लॉयर, बोलता है आर्मी पुलिसमैन. I think as a teacher, I'm sure Namrata ma'am also will agree, right? As you know, as a professor, as a teacher, हमें लगता है कि हमारे फील्ड में भी लोग जाए, right? अब वहां पे मैं सोचते रह गया, इतने हजारों स्टूडेंट्स की संख्या में कोई स्टूडेंट ने ये नहीं बोला, कोई स्टूडेंट ने बोला नहीं कि मैं टीचर बनना चाहता हूँ. तो मैं थोड़ा कंफ्यूज हो गया. मैंने पूछा कि भाई इतने सारे स्टूडेंट्स है यार, कोई टीचर क्यों नहीं बनना चाहता है? तो किसी ने हाथ ही ऊपर नहीं किया. फिर एक 7th स्टैंडर्ड का स्टूडेंट था, वो बेचारा डर डर के हाथ ऊपर करता. मतलब ये चांस है, इसको उठा लेता हूँ मैं. तो मैंने उसको उठा लिया. मैंने बोला चल भाई तू बता दे यार, इधर इतने सारे स्टूडेंट्स है, कोई टीचर क्यों नहीं बनना चाहता है? तो वो बेचारा बच्चा खड़ा होकर बोलता है अरे सर आपको मैं एक बात बताना चाहता हूँ. बोला क्या हुआ? बोलता है सर टीचर लोग को ना पगार बहुत कम मिलती है. अब ये पॉइंट मैंने पकड़ लिया. मैं समझ गया कि यार ये बहुत लोगों का मिथ है, बहुत मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग है कि यार लोग सोच लेते कि बॉस टीचर्स को तो पगार ही कम मिलती है. तो ये मिथ मैं निकालना चाहता हूं आप लोग के दिमाग से, राइट? तो इट्स अ वेरी वेरी रिस्पेक्टेबल प्रोफाइल. कोई 10 साल पहले कोई बोलता था कि मुझे वड़ा पाव बेचना है तो लोग हंसते थे. आज वी ऑल नो जंबो वड़ा पाव 100 करोड़ से भी ज्यादा बिजनेस कर रहा है, राइट? एवरी ईयर का, राइट? वी ऑल नो दैट फॉर द फैक्ट. तो कोई भी प्रोफेशन, कोई भी पैशन छोटा बड़ा नहीं होता है. टीचिंग जैसा तो नोबल प्रोफेशन मैंने आज तक लाइफ में दिखा नहीं है. बिकॉज एवरी नाइट व्हेन यू टीच वी ऑल स्लीप इन पीस. तुम जो सोशल इंपैक्ट क्रिएट करते हैं ना, वो बहुत ही अलग है. एंड आई एम श्योर आपके नेशनल कॉलेज के जितने भी टीचर्स है, इसको ये पॉइंट तो आपको कॉमन मिलेगा. आई एम श्योर आपके टीचर्स ने शेयर किया होगा. बट टीचर्स को रात को नींद बहुत मस्त आ जाती है. उसका रीजन है क्योंकि बिकॉज वी आर हियर टू क्रिएट एन इम्पैक्ट. And if you have that mindset that you want to create an impact in India, you want to create an impact in masses, I think teaching is one of the stream which you should opt for. आज आप कोई भी बड़े इंसान को ले लो, right? We talk about anyone today. कहीं ना कहीं सबका एक पैशन रहा होगा कि उनको सिखाना है. और जब आप अपने पैशन को प्रोफेशन बना देते हो, you earn millions. I started at a minuscule scale. Today, I am owning a company which is not less than $5 million. Imagine what education, what physics have given me. So with all my due respect, I want students, right? और मैं आपको एक चीज, ये प्लेटफॉर्म पे एक चीज की मैं आपको अश्योरिटी देता हूं. Since today Namrata ma'am has invited me and you know, I am looking for very I would be very happy if third year students, अगर आप फिजिक्स में मेजर्स करते हो और अगर आपका इंक्लिनेशन एज अ फिजिक्स एजुकेटर बनना, फिजिक्स ट्यूटर बनना है, I will give you a platform on my edtech company, my company to launch as a professor, as a tutor or an educator. I'll be more than happy to ensure to train you how to become a tutor and then take your future career. So in fact मैं ये चीज बताना चाहूंगा, अगर आप रिक्रूटमेंट के लिए, there is already one company who is offering 20 vacancies currently for a physics tutor. ये तो सिर्फ एक ही कंपनी की बात कर रहा हूं मैं, इससे तो हजारों लाखों करोड़ों में है. ना हम थोड़ा पे स्केल में डिफरेंस समझ लेते हैं. जो लोगों के बीच में जो लोग बोलते हैं कि भाई पैसा नहीं मिलता है टीचर को, मैं ये बताना चाहता हूं, कोटा में आईआईटी टीचर्स और आईआईटी इंस्टीट्यूट्स में टीचर्स की सैलरी स्टार्ट होती है 1 करोड़ सालाना से अबाव. इट गोज अप टिल 5 करोड़ 7 करोड़. किसी ने अगर कोटा फैक्ट्री देखा होगा तो आई एम श्योर ये आप एनालाइज कर पाओगे तो उस टीचर्स की क्या वैल्यू है. ये सब वेब सीरीज को मैं आप क्यों एम्फसाइज कर रहा हूं, बिकॉज ये सब वेब सीरीज हम फन के अलावा काफी कुछ एडुकेट भी करते हैं हमें। तो मान लो यार एक प्रोफेसर को 1 से 2 करोड़ की साल भर की इनकम हो गया, आपको क्या चाहिए? गाड़ी पिकअप करने आती है, आपको इंटरनेशनल ट्रिप मिलती है, घर का खर्चा ही महीने का अगर मैं 50,000 से 1 लाख पकड़ लूं तो 80-90 लाख तो बैंक बैलेंस बनता है 1 साल का। जो करना है कर सकते हो, राइट? अरे सर आप तो क्या कर रहे हो, आप तो बहुत हायर रेंज वाला दिखा रहे हो। अब हमें ये भी बताओ कि व्हाट इज द ग्राउंड रियलिटी। मैं ग्राउंड रियलिटी बता देता हूं। एक टीचर का आर्ली इनकम, मैं तो एक लोकल टीचर की बात कर लेता हूं, लोकल टीचर, एंड एवरीथिंग इज कमिंग फ्रॉम माय एक्सपीरियंस बिकॉज 20 साल मैंने एजुकेशन इंडस्ट्री में निकाला है। एक लोकल टीचर को, वन लोकल टीचर विल गेट a physics teacher will get a minimum hourly rate starting from 500 per hour, starting I am saying। बॉस अगर आपके पास एक्सपीरियंस भी नहीं है ना, आप सीधा कॉलेज से पास आउट हो गए और सोचा कि मेरे को फिजिक्स पढ़ा देना है, तो यार 500 रुपए तो कहीं नहीं जा रहे, 500 रुपए पर घंटा तो आपका फिक्स हो गया है। तो कैलकुलेट कर लो, अगर आप दिन का सिर्फ 4 घंटा पढ़ाते हो, 4 घंटा, 20 घंटा रखो अपने आराम के लिए, 2,000 रुपया हो गया दिन का। मैं तो मान के चलता हूं तुम खाली एक काम करो, 25 दिन ही पढ़ाओ, 5 दिन वेकेशन में जाओ, ठीक है? 25 दिन इंटू 2,000, 50,000 रुपया, वे अबाउट दैट व्हाट एन इंजीनियर गेट्स। सिंपल मैथ, ये आपके लिए एक सिंपल मैथ है। 50,000 रुपए मंथली अर्निंग आपका एज अ फ्रेशर। आप बस सिर्फ ग्रेजुएट हो, थोड़ा आपका पैशन हो जाए, मुझे सिखाना है, फिजिक्स में मेजर्स करो, यू आर सोल्ड, हाफ डन, 50,000 आपकी इनकम चालू मंथली। That is the future, ठीक है? बट हाँ, पढ़ाना अच्छा पड़ेगा, that is the training which you are supposed to take, of course। देखो 3 चीज होती है ना टीचर के लिए, एक होती है नॉलेज, जो तो आई एम श्योर नेशनल कॉलेज इज बेस्ट एट इट, 3rd ईयर जब तक आप ग्रेजुएट होगा आपको तो इनफ नॉलेज रहेगा ही। दूसरी चीज आपका प्रेजेंटेशन स्किल, यार उसमें तो कोई रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है, ठीक है? वो तो आपको थोड़ा मैं बताना चाहूंगा, जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया था मुझे 7 बार रिजेक्शन मिला था, 7 times आई वाज रिजेक्टेड इन माय डेमो। मैंने हार नहीं मानी, 8वें टाइम में मैं सिलेक्ट हो गया, सिंपल है, राइट? सो इट ऑफ कोर्स इट कम्स विद अ कॉस्ट, विद अ प्राइस, बट वी ऑल आर रेडी फॉर इट, राइट? ठीक है? सो ये हो जाता है कि अगर दूसरा आपको प्रेजेंटेशन स्किल समझनी और तीसरा आपको इंटरेक्शन रखना है, ठीक है? सो वो बेसिक ट्रेनिंग का करिकुलम है, दैट डेफिनेटली and you guys are very blessed and privileged, I'll tell you now, lot of schools, institutes, educationals, वहां पे पहले एक टाइम था जहां पे थोड़ी मैंडेटरी कंडीशंस होती थी कि आपको बीएड करना है, इंजीनियरिंग करना है, बट अभी the system has become so flexible that a BSc graduate student, right, can apply for a teaching job and can be an educator or a teacher or a tutor, simple, ठीक है? So of course the physics demand is high, उसका रीजन है जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, कम लोग सिखा पाते। अगर आपको ये अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल जाती, इफ यू कैन क्रैक द कोड, आई एम श्योर यू डिजर्व मच मोर देन व्हाट यू आल्सो expect in a normal engineering or a CA job, right? How best you can learn physics? Of course, confidence, थोड़ा इनिशिएटिव्स लो आप लोग, स्टडी को फन बना दो, जैसे मैं हर बार बोलता हूं, ठीक है? इंटरेक्शन रखो, और आपके पेरेंट्स को ना बाजू में बिठाने का, मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ फिजिक्स मैं कैसे लर्न करता था, ठीक है? जब भी आपको ऐसा लगे ना कि फिजिक्स आपको समझना है, पढ़ना है, तो पेरेंट्स को बिठाने का और बोलने का, हर चीज में आप फिजिक्स ढूंढो और एक्सप्लेन करो, तो मजा आएगा। आपके पेरेंट्स को लगा रहे यार मेरा बच्चा तो कुछ रॉकेट साइंस ही कर रहा है, बट वी नो फॉर द फैक्ट हम सिर्फ रियल लाइफ के एग्जाम्पल्स को हमारे पेरेंट्स के साथ शेयर कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? सो रिलेटेड दैट वे पेरेंट्स के साथ आप लोग आपके एक्सपीरियंसेस शेयर करो। और मैं आपको एक चीज रेकमेंड करना चाहूंगा ना, सिंस आप लोग फिजिक्स में मेजर करना चाहते हो या करोगे इन इन नियर फ्यूचर, मैं चाहूंगा आप हर चीज में फिजिक्स देखो, उसके एप्लीकेशंस को देखो, तब जाके आपको लगेगा वो चीज मैं करता था, पूरे वर्ल्ड को इसी तरह से आपको देखना है, ठीक है? ये तो मैंने आपको ऑलरेडी बता दिया, बट अ ब्रेड स्लाइस इन योर हैंड, ठीक है? क्या करोगे इतने पैसे का? सिर्फ सोच लो, वो ड्रीम रखो, बॉस अगर इतना पैसा आ जाता है तो क्या करोगे उस चीज का? जब ये सोच लोगे, ये ड्रीम कर लोगे, तो आपका काम हो गया बॉस, आप बन जाओगे, ठीक है? Would also like to highlight that physics teachers salary in government schools also ranges between 9 lakh to 11.5 lakhs. Would like to highlight, this is way above the standard of an engineer or maybe to an extent even a doctor. यार ऐसी चीज पे मत भागो जो सब करते हैं, ऐसा कुछ डिफरेंशिएटेड अप्रोच रखो, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है लाइफ में, ठीक है। रियल लाइफ प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना वो तुम्हारा इंटेंशन होना चाहिए, जो मेरा भी होता था 20 साल पहले। मैं कुछ सोचना नहीं था कि मेरे दोस्त क्या कर रहे हैं, लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, दुनिया क्या चाहती है। मुझे एक ही चीज था, मुझे सिर्फ रियल लाइफ प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना है। मेरे 4 फंडामेंटल चीज है जो मैंने लाइफ में समझी है ना, एजुकेशन में बहुत बड़ा 4 बिगेस्ट प्रॉब्लम था। आई वांटेड टू बी अ प्रॉब्लम सॉल्वर। पहला प्रॉब्लम था कि बस अफोर्डेबिलिटी का प्रॉब्लम था, फीस मार्केट में बहुत हाई थी। मुझे ना एजुकेशन को इतना एक्सेसिबल और अफोर्डेबल बनाना था कि घर में बैठ के कोई भी बच्चा अफोर्ड कर पाए एजुकेशन को, ठीक है। एजुकेशन नेसेसरी चीज है, प्राइमरी चीज है, कोई लग्जरी चीज नहीं है, राइट। तो मुझे वो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना था, विच वी सक्सेसफुली डिड। That's one of the reason we are closely working with the government entities and bodies. दूसरा प्रॉब्लम था एक्सेसिबिलिटी का। जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, रूरल एरिया में तो टीचर्स ही नहीं है, तो हम ही व्हाट वी वांटेड टू डू इज इंडिया के गांव-गांव तक एजुकेशन पहुंचना चाहिए, राइट। तीसरा बड़ा प्रॉब्लम था कि अकाउंटेबिलिटी नहीं थी इकोसिस्टम में, अकाउंटेबिलिटी मतलब कोई ध्यान रखने वाला नहीं है। सो वी वांटेड टू बी देयर मेंटोर, और हम उनका अच्छी तरह से हैंड होल्डिंग करें और उसको पढ़ाए। चौथी चीज थी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी। बच्चों को ना फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी नहीं मिलती है पढ़ाई में, तो हम चाहते थे कि लॉट ऑफ फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी, लॉट ऑफ ऑप्शंस आर गिवन टू द स्टूडेंट्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ द मोड ऑफ लर्निंग, प्रैक्टिकलिटी। सो वी ऑलवेज वांटेड टू बी अ प्रॉब्लम सॉल्वर एंड सक्सेसफुली हमने जो भी इंपैक्ट क्रिएट किया है, वी वांट टू अचीव टू मिलियंस। इंडिया में आपको पता है कितने स्टूडेंट्स है? 200 मिलियन स्टूडेंट्स, 20 करोड़ स्टूडेंट्स एवरी ईयर। यार मार्केट कितना बड़ा है, कितना बड़ा है। आपके लिए अगर मार्केट इतना बड़ा है तो अपॉर्चुनिटीज भी इतनी ही बड़ी है, ठीक है। अब ऑप्शन, यार अगर मैं, चलो सर ठीक है, आज के एजेंडा में आपने मुझे 3-4 चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट बताई। एक तो फिजिक्स कितना ब्यूटीफुल सब्जेक्ट है, फिजिक्स को पढ़ना कैसे है, फिजिक्स को पढ़ने के बाद हाँ उसकी डिमांड कितनी है, उसके बाद उसका पे स्केल कितना होगा, टीचर्स की लाइफस्टाइल कैसे होगी, राइट। आई मीन मैं बताना चाहूंगा, टीचर्स हैव वन ऑफ द मोस्ट प्रेस्टिजियस एंड रिस्पेक्टेबल जॉब, जहाँ पे सब लोग आपको सर और मैम करके ही बुलाते हैं। सब लोग आपको सर या मैम करके ही बुलाते हैं, राइट। अब इतना रिस्पेक्टेबल प्रोफाइल है, अगर आपका इतना रिस्पेक्टेबल जॉब है, तो यार कौन क्यों नहीं करना चाहता है। अब हमारे पास ऑप्शंस कौन से वो हम समझ लेते हैं। एज अ टीचर, राइट, एज अ ट्यूटर हम बन गए सर, तो अगर मैं ये पूरा माइलस्टोन अचीव कर लेते हैं, अगर हम ये सब कुछ समझ लेते हैं, तो अभी हमारे पास अपॉर्चुनिटीज क्या क्या है। तो ना मेरे पास बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं, मैं आपको बताता हूँ एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे। एक स्टूडेंट आता है मेरे पास, मुझे बोलता है सर मुझे तो फुल टाइम करियर टीचिंग में करना है। तो सर ऑप्शन पॉसिबल है? ऑप्शन यस है पॉसिबल। फिर एक स्टूडेंट आता है, बोलता है सर मुझे ना फुल टाइम काम नहीं करना है, ठीक है। मतलब क्यों? तो सर मैं तो मैरिड हूँ, मेरे पास तो टाइम ही नहीं है। मैं बोला ठीक है कोई बात नहीं, मुझे कितना टाइम काम करना है? सर मेरे को पार्ट टाइम काम करना है 3-4 घंटा। बोला ठीक है, ऑप्शन है, यस ऑप्शन है। तुम फुल टाइम काम कर सकते हो, तुम पार्ट टाइम काम कर सकते हो। जैसे मैंने बताया, आप आर्ली काम करो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, आप 3 घंटे काम करो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, दिन का 2 घंटा काम करो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। फुल टाइम आप काम कर सकते हो, पार्ट टाइम कर सकते हो। यार इतना फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी कोई जॉब में नहीं होता, मैं बता रहा हूँ। यार कल उठ के कोई इंजीनियर आके बोलेगा मेरे को 1 घंटा काम करना है, बॉस उसको चमाड़ मारेगा, बोला भाग इधर से। यस सर नो, वो फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी और कोई जॉब में नहीं होता है, ठीक है। ये फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी टीचर्स को मिलती है। तीसरा स्टूडेंट आता है मेरे को, बोलता है मेरे को घर पे बैठ के ऑनलाइन नहीं पढ़ाना, मुझे सेंटर में जाके पढ़ाना है। यस वो ऑप्शन है। कोविड के पहले तो लोग वैसे ही करते थे, या तो आप इंस्टीट्यूट जाओ, कॉलेजेस जाओ, वहां पे जाके पढ़ाओ। फोर्थ ऑप्शन, ये तो अनदर लेवल, सर मेरे को फुल टाइम भी नहीं जमेगा, मेरे को सेंटर में भी नहीं जमेगा, मैं अपने रिलैक्स टाइम पे दिन का 1 घंटा 2 घंटा मैं अपने लैपटॉप से, कंप्यूटर से, मोबाइल से पढ़ाना चाहती हूँ या पढ़ाना चाहता हूँ। वो ऑप्शन है, यस है। आप घर बैठे बैठे 1 घंटा आपके कंप्यूटर से, टैब से, मोबाइल से, सिर्फ एक मोबाइल की जरूरत है और आपका घंटे का 500 रुपया फिक्स। और ये मैं बता रहा हूं आप लोगों को क्योंकि दिस इज द रियल सिचुएशन इन ग्राउंड्स, राइट। मेरे नेटवर्क में 160 सेंटर्स, मैं अगर कैलकुलेट करूं, करीबन मैं आज की तारीख में 3000-4000 टीचर्स तो मेरे खुद के नेटवर्क में हुआ, एसोसिएटेड विथ मी। I think that is huge in number. So ये सब ग्राउंड रियलिटी, क्योंकि मेरे कोई टीचर्स है फुल टाइम काम करते हैं, कोई टीचर्स है पार्ट टाइम काम करते हैं, कोई टीचर्स सेंटर में आके काम करते हैं, कोई टीचर्स घर पे बैठ के काम करते हैं, कोई टीचर स्टूडियो में आके पढ़ाते हैं, ठीक है। सो यार वो बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस है, बहुत सारी नई एजुकेशन इज द फ्यूचर। मैं बताऊं, एजुकेशन और टेक्नोलॉजी आज अभी कंबाइन हुआ है, तो इज लॉट ऑफ स्कोप। अभी तो एजुकेशन में उतना कुछ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बिल्ड ही नहीं हुआ है, so we are getting with lot of AI ML solutions also in terms of education. और मैं बताऊं, everything started with a journey of becoming a teacher and educator. क्यों पता है आज मैं 3000 टीचर्स को भी हैंडल क्यों कर पा रहा हूँ? क्योंकि मुझे पता है, बिकॉज मैंने सिखाया हुआ है, मुझे पता है। आई विल नॉट ऑल्सो शाई सेइंग कि 20 साल पहले तो आई यूज्ड टू डिस्ट्रीब्यूट पैम्पलेट्स ऑल्सो, शर्म ही नहीं थी कोई चीज की, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। ग्राउंड में तो आप वैसे ही सीखते हो, राइट? अगर कुछ बनना है लाइफ में तो यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट फॉर द फैक्ट। सो इट इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू टू एंश्योर कि आपके पास बहुत सारे फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है, जो आपको ये फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी कोई भी प्रोफाइल, कोई भी जॉब में इजीली नहीं मिलती है, राइट? सो मतलब कोई मुझे पूछता है सर टीचर बनने का बेनिफिट क्या है, तो टीचर बनने का बेनिफिट हजारों में है। कोई पूछेगा सर फिजिक्स टीचर बनने का बेनिफिट क्या है, भाई उसमें तो पैसा भी है, ठीक है। सो हियर वी कैन एक्चुअली रिलेट एंड कंपेयर कि आपके लिए अपॉर्चुनिटीज क्या क्या है, स्कूल्स में, कॉलेजेस में, इंस्टीट्यूट्स में, क्लासेस में, एडटेक कंपनीज में, in research, and every single place you have an amazing opportunity to go study and outperform in whatsoever form, whatsoever mode you feel like learning. But let me give you an example again, that physics world is really beautiful. We really wish you all the best, and succeed in your career options, your future aspirations. Start, if you want to do something, start from now, because this is the best time to go ahead, learn, teach, educate the world. And also one very important point, think from two aspects. First, create an impact, कि लोग आपको याद रखें। दूसरा, earn what you feel it is important for you to earn. That is again a very very important metric and a parameter. तीसरा चीज, what your vision is, right? Be a problem solver. जितनी चीजें सिंप्लीफाई होगी, जितनी चीजें इंटरैक्टिव होगी आपके लिए लाइफ में, वो इंपॉर्टेंट है। सो अंडरस्टैंड करो व्हाट आर द रियल लाइफ प्रॉब्लम्स। वी आर ऑल हियर to ensure to guide you. As Namrata ma'am said that this is one of a very very beautiful initiative what she has taken, right? I mean, when I received the communication, when I got to know that that at a individual college level, right? I mean, as an individual college level, अगर इस तरह से initiatives लिए जा रहे हैं, it is terrific. Let me tell you, it is terrific because ये आपके काफी ग्राउंड लेवल पे आप लोगों के लिए ये करिकुलम डेवलप हुआ है, आप लोगों के लिए ये अंडरस्टैंडिंग है, आपको ये गाइडेंस मिल रहा है। इमेजिन करो आपको शायद ये गाइडेंस पता ही नहीं होता। इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड कि क्या फ्यूचर है। अगर आपको पता ही नहीं होता, ठीक है, तो डिफिकल्ट होता। यस और नो? तो मुझे एक बात बताओ, ठीक है, मैं इस इवेंट को या मेरे सेशन को सक्सेसफुल तब समझूंगा जब मुझे स्टूडेंट्स बताएंगे, ठीक है। अब मुझे बताओ कौन स्टूडेंट्स फिजिक्स में मेजर लेना चाहते हैं और कौन टीचर बनना चाहता है? प्लीज let Namrata ma'am know about it. And Namrata ma'am, you can definitely share me the feedback ki what is students long term vision and how they want to solve the real world problem which today we are facing. Thank you so much everyone. It was really great knowing all the students. Secondly, also would like to thank National College, specifically the physics department, who have conducted such an amazing event for you guys. Thank you so much, Namrata ma'am, for inviting me and interacting with the students. Thank you so much, everyone. Namrata ma'am? Yeah.
Sir,
Sir, I
Hello.
think you can hear the claps, and a big
Acha.
thank you from the physics department for joining online and giving us students a actual view of how teaching goes and the statistics. And I can vouch for the statistics sir said because I am from Kota.
Oh, wow.
Any questions anybody has? How many of you now are, you know, as sir said, motivated to be educators or teachers? Okay, so we do have a handful of hands up.
Great.
So thank you for the excellent lecture, sir. Ma'am,
Any question and answers would like to,
Any
of course, know
questions?
from the students, if they have any queries or they would like to ask anything.
Can you just stop talking amongst yourselves and listen to what sir has to say? Any questions? No? Sir, this is Namrata here. I think they are very clear about what you have said. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, entire physics department of the college. Thank you so much. Hope to see you guys in offline one day for
Yes.
sure and interact.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thanks a
Thank you
lot,
so
sir.
much.
Thank you. Okay, guys. In 2013 and went on to pursue a postgraduate diploma in industrial automation and RFID systems. He has been bestowed with an honorary doctorate by Dr. S. Radhakrishna Teachers Welfare Association for his contribution to the field of teaching. He is associated currently with Jayashree Kejariwal International School, Jaipur, as head of pastoral care and senior physics teacher. He is also an IBDP World Studies Examiner, IGCSE Physics Examiner, and co-team member of ScienceDiaries.org. We welcome you, love, and we request you to kindly start with your session.
Good afternoon, everyone. It would be great if I get the sharing rights. Sharing is disabled.
Yeah, so just a minute, love. We'll just give
Not
you
a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad to be present between you guys. It's a very wonderful opportunity given by Namrata ma'am and RD National College. My journey at RD National College was very amazing. Hello?
Yes, love, you're audible now. Sorry, there was an error.
Okay. So I need those co-host rights so that I can share my screen also. But in the meantime, I'll just keep talking. My journey at RD National College was very amazing. I joined RD National College for a Masters of Science in Physics with specialization in electronics and embedded systems. And therein, I was little bit upset thinking this is a specialization which nobody focuses on. Electricity and electronics is something which people do not focus on. And I came to National College and I could see that spark in Namrata ma'am and Dinesh sir and the entire physics department, the way they used to guide on the projects. So I still remember the first year project, MSc Part 1 project, which I did with Namrata ma'am. It's an impossible project. Microprocessor 8085 never has an external peripheral devices. You cannot connect something external to microprocessor 8085. It's just a processor to process some information. We both sat down, we started writing programs, and somehow we made 8085 function as an external output device. So yes, I could remember from one of the past sessions, a person was definitely emphasizing on doing projects, and that has been my fundamental basic goal as well. Do as many projects as you can, because having multiple projects is going to enhance your skills. So I was pursuing MSc Physics, and I got special permission from Mumbai University and did dual masters. So I did my MSc in electricity, electronic system and embedded system, and simultaneously I started doing astrophysics when I reached second year as well. And I also pursued postgraduate diploma in industrial automation from GL Khalsa College, which again Namrata ma'am introduced me to. And therein I learned about how programming, how ladder logic, how assembly line works, how you can program those assembly lines. I got into job. I went into Siemens company, but not quite excited because I am a designer. I like to design. I like to make new softwares, but I was something like a service engineer. So giving 5 years of my life, and that is when I was told that after 5 years you will be given designing, because all project designing is done in Germany. You won't be given any project designing in India. And I used to diagnose Godrej plants, all Kurla railway station plants, just by sitting at my company. So my boss was also very happy that we never had a candidate who used to never reach the plant, look at the site which is not working. You were sitting at home, you were just writing some softwares, and your entire diagnostic tool used to work. So I thought I needed money. My circumstances were different. I had to take certain responsibilities. So I thought, let's focus on something wherein we can have a fast inflow of money. So I started joining teaching. So I thought, let's teach for a certain time and then go to the corporate world and make more money. So I started teaching at a national college initially, and thereafter I moved into IB world. So my teaching career, I'll be focusing today's session mostly on IB world. IB is International Baccalaureate High School Program 11-12. So I'll also give you a brief introduction about PYP and MYP program if you are interested. So I cannot share my screen, but I'll simply present what I am trying to say. So IB world is very different. In IB, everyone wants you to be concept driven rather than content driven. So we don't have derivations. We don't have to mug up various derivations. We simply have to solve problems. Real life examples will be given to you. How well you grasp that concept and how you apply it to real life is the main focus of IB. We are preparing kids for 21st century outside world. It's more of a learner focused organization, wherein learners are at the center of this institution. We don't focus more on the content, it's more on the concept. Definitely content concept correlation is very, very important. And team building, collaboration, independent thinking, inclusive environment. There was so much to learn when I entered the IB world. And you do not even need masters if you want to teach in diploma program as a physics teacher. Just after BSc Physics, if you are good, if you have skills, if you can deliver concepts in a very unique way, in a different, when you are a confident teacher, kids will love you. So just after Bachelor's of Science, you can start teaching and pursue your Master's Science side by side. And Bachelor's of Education is also not compulsory. No net set, no eligibility test, no test for physics educator is required in this IBDP world. And right now, there is a scenario wherein in upcoming 3-4 years, there is going to be a shortage of physics teacher in IB world.
So sorry to disturb, but you are a co-host now. You can share the screen now.
Okay. So the world is changing. The world is going to be very different. And right now I'm telling you, I can give you or share so many vacancies that are available in IB world. Like IB Physics is one of the famous job seeking platform right now. So the scope, the growth and the opportunities that an IBDP teaching, I'm not even talking about the teaching industry, which my friend just before me spoke about. I'm not going to take you through the entire teaching journey, but I'm going to keep my session more specific to IB diploma program, and I'll give you some other international teaching opportunities. So as I said, it's more of inclusive environment. All cultures, you get exposure, you get what a different kind of exposure that you cannot even imagine. A future-ready program is ready. So Higgs boson was discovered, and in the same year, it was in our physics textbook. If something new is discovered, it comes in the physics textbook. It's that dynamic program. It doesn't take 5 or 10 years to upgrade. It's just quick. Even if you think that something exceptional has been found in the physics industry, you simply have to write to IB and they'll just implement it. So this changing cycle is very, very, very quick. So I went into high school teaching as a regular teacher, first like a state board, Maharashtra state board, but it was quite boring for me. It was becoming monotonous because 2 years went into it and I was like, okay, what's new? I need some kind of encouragement. So that is, until that time, I wanted to still enter into the corporate world. I wanted to work into industries. The moment I went into IBDP physics world, I thought corporate life is not that important. I can do whatever I can do there along with my education, along with being an educator. So no BSc, just with BSc, you can become an IB teacher. Just even if you do MSc, the positions and the scope widens up. So I would always advise do a Masters of Science, but simultaneously start your teaching career. Start from some schools, start from some classes, but do have that exposure so that by the time your masters are done, you will have a healthy position and a healthy package to welcome you. So you will definitely have to make certain changes in your institutions. First institution, if it's giving you less, then the second move after your master's is going to definitely give you a very huge hike. So I started teaching in Mumbai. I taught in Mumbai for 5 years as an IB educator, and I changed 3 schools just to double up my salary. So my first school was willing to give me more, but I changed. So a physics teacher has this particular unique selling point that I can resign and I have another job waiting for me. Other teachers will not have that much courage to do or leave school. First, the moment they get in job, they know that they are going to end their career there. But a physics teacher, always in demand. So I left my first school. I had 5 offers waiting for me. I was in a round of negotiation. I went to the best school, DSB, wherein they gave me more package, a very healthy package and an exposure to the international world. I taught there for 4 years. I got a leadership position. I was CAS coordinator. So this kind of things will help you appreciate your physics learning because you get time to apply your physics as well. And in IB physics, it's not just concept, content, and examination. You have individual investigations, you have extended essays. You as an educator will have group of students who will do a new research under you. So you will have to take any experiment or do an experiment wherein student will have to come up with a research question and write a 4,000 word essay. So it's a compulsory thing which a student has to do in 2 years. So right from 11th and 12th, student is doing a research work. Along with that, in each subject that a student pursues, he will have to do IAs. IAs is a short project that a student has to do. So imagine me as an educator from last 8 to 9 years, I have done so many projects with these students. Other than this, there is another program known as Creativity, Activity and Service, which is the heart of one of the core or one of the heart programs of IB, wherein you can come up with any social projects, you can come up with any entrepreneurial ideas and present it in your school or present it to IB, and somebody or others will definitely help you take it to another level. So right now I teach. After teaching, I do my projects. After my projects, I do my research work. So I have been encouraging so many educators. Right now, there are 35 ongoing projects right now, which I am doing in Jaipur. So I moved from Mumbai to the Doon School. I got an Indian education system background. I got an idea of how a teacher staying at a 30-year-old institute, like if I am at a Doon School, which started in 1965, teachers teaching from 1965, or there are teachers who are teaching from 40 years, 30 years, how is their view about the world? So I got to learn a lot, and then I thought, no, international world is what I need. International education is what I need to do. Indian system is not bad, content is necessary, but the problem is the dynamic nature. The dynamic nature is there in international teaching. It just changes, everything is new. You just got into the system. Now you think I know everything. They'll just change the entire system. So you as a physics teacher, you are developing your skills. There are so many professional development workshops that a school will have to send you for. So you go to Bangkok, you go to US, you go to different states in India to get this knowledge to enhance your teaching skills. So an IB program will help you nurture your teaching skills. So you went in as a physics graduate and they are nurturing you to become a teacher. Right now I'm pursuing my bachelor's of education after 8 years, just because COVID was there and there were many online programs. So I thought, let's do it. Let's do bachelor's of education, but it's not necessary. It's not compulsory. Right now I am in a senior leadership team just because of my independent thinking skills, which I have right now. High quality professional development, trust me, it's a lifelong learning that you will never ever forget. Even if you come up with a product and you are being an entrepreneur, you go to Shark Tank, you sell your products, you will take, there are continuous improvements that this program takes you through. There are so many tools that you have to go through. Aya pada diya ho gaya, it's not that kind of program. Along with this, you can also pursue certification and degree programs in teaching while you are teaching students. So IB offers a platform. They have tie-ups with various universities in US and UK with whom you can get coordinated apply and do your certification in teaching and degree. So these are all quality professional development that inculcates your teaching skills. So face-to-face workshops, online workshops. I am a workshop leader. I am examiner. So here I mark 60 papers and I get money. Each paper, each extended essay that I mark, they give me around 1,800 rupees for each extended essay. So imagine I mark 60 extended essay in one term. There are 2 examination sessions, May session and November session. So just, even if you have left IB, you just have 1 year of experience, you can continue marking in May and November session. So there are many areas wherein you can get income from. So most of the people think how to get money in IB world. IB teaching is one which is going to give you fast growth. Trust me, I am a living example in front of you. I have brought in my colleagues into this field from different eras. A dance teacher becoming a psychology teacher, imagine earning a lot, a 3 times hike in his salary. And many other students of mine are also coming back and becoming teachers. So like I told Namrata ma'am, I want to go into corporate world, but I went into teaching and now I don't want to go there. I want to come up with my products. I am right now filing a patent. I came up with a different electronic system and my patent is in a process. So imagine how if you are a learner, if you are an inventor, you get time after 3 p.m. to work on your research, to work on you can collaborate with NASA, you can collaborate with Sun. Right now I'm working with Large Hadron Collider on a beamline project wherein me and my students are going to do a project on a particle like 2 protons which are going to collide at a certain velocity, and I'll have a catalyst particle interfering in their collisions. So this experiment we are going to go to LHC next year and perform this experiment. So I am into teaching world, still I am doing my research work. I am doing something exceptionally new which I wanted to do in corporate world, which they wouldn't have allowed me. So to get and go to the sun and perform this experiment, I need to work at BARC at least for 5 to 7 years. So this kind of horizons open up when you are into IB world. So yes, 2-3 years you'll have to know IB, and once you're very skillful in IB, you can start exploring your wings and do whatever you like. So earlier I wanted to pursue my passion. I thought, let's come back to passion later. Let's get money into picture. Let's get experience. And now I'm back on my earning as well as my passion. And we are also making a drone for an edtech company. So they want to they want to have a hanging drone which can give you 360-degree view of your class. So that concept cannot be explained right now in a simple manner, but yes, under CAS we are doing this kind of projects. I have started 3 sustainability societies all over India right now, wherein we do many sustainable projects, including physics. So every project of mine will have physics into it. So I am a living example who is trying to encourage you that physics is what's going to rock your world, and IB is a stepping stone to follow your passion. And right now, if you are giving me a job in corporate, I don't want to go there because I have freedom to do whatever I want to do. So every 2 years, I do some different project in some different era. I started Astro Search program. So far, I have found 13 asteroids. I am a citizen scientist with NASA. I can make you as a citizen scientist if you are willing to. If I have if I have some students in the crowd who wants to search asteroid and name those asteroids, I run a campaign. I can include you in that campaign in next month. So far, I have found 13 asteroids, and each asteroid has my name associated on it. So you can go on that IISc website, which is International Asteroid Search Collaboration, and you can find my name. Under my name, there are 13 asteroids. So I'm still doing physics. I am a teacher, but I'm doing so many things which I could have never imagined that a teaching world would have given me. So IB curriculum is very dynamic. A physics teacher can teach 3 things in IB: physics itself, which is a common subject. You can also teach math, because the math which you study in BSc and you will study in MSc first year is what is required, is more than what is required in IB. So see, when you enter for a job interview in an IB school, as a physics teacher, you can always quote, I can teach physics, I can teach math. So the probability of you being chosen increases, the probability of you getting more money increases. Third thing is, you can also teach a subject known as design and technology. So I have taught math also, I have taught physics also, and currently I am teaching physics and design technology. Design technology is nothing but working with 3D printers. You have laser cutters. So student will come up with design. You need to help that design turn into a real life prototype, and that prototype is then made as a big living product. So right now we are making a container in which a homeless person can, so we are going to donate this container, which is given a shape. It has bedroom, it has washroom, it has portable kitchen, it has shoe rack, it has storage. So we brought these containers which shipping companies would like to throw off, or they just give it for recycling. So we take it at very low cost with a tie-up from government, and we turn it into livable houses. And these accommodations are given to poor people. So this kind of projects can be done. Today, I have just signed a thing for a patent, and it's in the process. And next 1 month, I'll have one patent on my name. And I'm also working on a project with my student, which we are going to file it for the patent. Also, I play sports with my school. I used to like football a lot. So at evenings, I play football with my students. So whatever passions you have, you can do as a physics teacher in an IB world, which other state boards are not going to offer you. State board for me is boring. It's good. I'm not saying it's bad. It's good. But the growth in state board is little slower as compared to international board. Now comes one more feature in IB world is going abroad. If I have had enough experience in IB for 2-3 years, the teaching in Europe, America, Thailand and UAE is 100% open to you. Right now, if I apply abroad, they are going to hire me. So they need physics teacher. This is 2020 statistics which is present in front of you. I'm keeping this slide to make you aware that yes, if your dream is to go abroad, you can teach abroad. Right now, you can go to Canada and teach into IB schools. So teaching in an international school plus teaching in an abroad foreign countries is very easier. The path has become very easier if you are an IB educator. Now, this is all with respect to diploma program, which is going to fetch you more money. But say you have only done Bachelor's of Science and you don't know that much physics. You are not one of the brightest one in your class, but you know that up to grade 10 is what I can teach properly. But when it comes to high school, I'm not going to produce that much of content. Then yes, there is MYP and IGCSE program open for you. Middle school, middle year program and Cambridge IGCSE program. Teach there in both this section and still you can make a hell lot of money. And even if you think you cannot teach at all, then PYP is an option, which is primary year program. You can become a coordinator, or a physics teacher can become PYP coordinator, MYP coordinator, and still do wonders. So there are multiple opportunities in IB worlds. And if you have any question with respect to IB world, or if you want to know more, just let me know. But this is all about IB program that I would like to tell you, that it's most competitive but very easy for physics teacher to get in. Humanities and language teachers, once they are gone, once they have job, they'll never leave that job, because they know to get into other IB school, it's going to be very difficult. And you being in Mumbai, every 2 kilometers you will find one IB school. IB school is becoming that popular. Dhirubhai Ambani school is one of the best in Mumbai, Jamnabai Nursery. So you will just be hired. So right from your third year, you should start applying into this school. So definitely you won't make it to the big bash companies or big bash schools right now, but definitely you should start with the smaller ones and then take your approach to a higher ones. But yes, you are going to fetch a good amount of money. So minimum 20 lakh a year, 15 lakh a year is what you will start with. And then it depends on your performance and your skills, and you can also reach on leadership position. And after 5 to 10 years, you can also become head of the school. And then you can bring in your own ideas. You can keep swapping schools as per your things. I am right now traveling India. I want to go to abroad, but after a few years, but definitely I would love to go to abroad. So that's it. But yes, teaching is one of the best thing that you can do after BSc Physics. Sometimes it will come to your mind, what am I going to do after BSc? I have taken BSc Physics. Don't get discouraged. BSc Physics is the best thing that you can ever ask for. MSc Physics is cream on that. The best thing is icing on the cake that you can always ask for. You don't even know how many opportunities you have. Right now you have internet, you have so many people to guide you to go to various places. Right in our era, 2013, the scope was less. We didn't have information. I went into this field and I came to know. So if I had this all information right while I was in BSc or MSc, I could have done more. What I am doing right now, I could have done that thing 3 years back as well. So I have lost few years, but you have a lot of people to guide you right now. And this is one of the exceptional thing which ma'am has done, Namrata ma'am, and RD National School has organized, because career guidance at this level is very, very important. So if you want to file a patent, if you want to do any kind of research, you want to publish a research paper, you already have few professors with you in National College who have done research. But other than that, if you want to get connected and collaborate in any projects that you want to, do not hesitate to reach out to me and I can get you involved in one of the projects. If you want to build your CV, you need to do some kind of project. The project which I did with Namrata ma'am is my selling point to get my first job. My both MSc1 and MSc2 projects, my examiner was stunned. They never give 50 on 50, but they gave me 49 on 50 on that project, because they couldn't believe that project could have been done. The generating electricity from a cycle and programming it to convert from analog to digital, it was some project that you can never think about. I used to spend 15 days like in a row from morning till evening, come and program, but the program was not running. So yes, those kind of trial and error arrangements will help you learn more. So keep doing projects, and IB is what you are looking for right now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I hope you have heard the voice of the clap. They are really happy to see you and to get the exposure of this field. So I hope you can see the class. We are full of students, and I hope many of them will join you soon and will get a guidance from from you and your team. So thank you so much, sir. It's a great exposure to us. Thank you so much.
Definitely. Thank you. Anyone who wants to have any information about teaching in IB, please reach out to me. You want to apply somewhere, I have full knowledge of it. I can simply guide you. Okay, go here, apply like this, and it's done. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Thank you so much, sir.